New Always Talking Shit Show.
Yer.
Booyaka.
It's your boy Talkin.
And it's your boy Akeem Sincere.
We're back with another session of the
Always Talking Shit Show.
Hopefully this week we actually get through a whole fucking episode.
Righteous, man. I'll start off by saying, excuse me, it is good to be back in front of the microphone. You know, sometimes you take the shit that you do for granted. You know what I'm saying? But, no more. He is I and I is him. This is what I do. And it's good to be in good health and good spirits. Had some health issues I had to get over and tackle. But, you know, that's what we do. I'll get into some of that a little later, man. But it has been, 3 weeks? 2?
I mean, we technically had a 10-minute show last
not
Monday.
counting that. It's been 2-3 weeks since we really did our thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of shit to get into, man.
We definitely ain't gonna be able to get into most of the shit that we missed.
It's a lot of shit. I mean, it's just rundown poppy. We just doing some rundowns. We're not gonna get too long in any other shit. We're going to do that.
Because we started doing that on the last. No, that's not nothing that's our
No,
fault.
he wasn't gone yet on the last one.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Last
time
he
we was
was
there?
gone. Yep.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. It's been that long, dog.
All right, well, man.
Fucked up, but yeah, it's been that long, bro.
All right, well, let's hit it, man.
Two other people died in that same week.
I know. We're gonna get to it. Let's hit it.
It's gonna be hard to talk about.
I'm gonna just run it down. I got some shit we just gonna run down.
We can't run them down.
We're gonna run down. Really... Oh, no, facts. When we get to our legends, we're gonna pay our due. You feel me? Like always. This is a hip hop podcast first. You know what I'm saying?
Pick up where the fuck we left off.
I don't even remember that.
We left off with our DMX tribute.
All right, we want to get the tributes out of the way first? Mm-hmm. All right, I was just going to say that for the last, for the cook-off, but we'll get right to it, man. First off, shout out to Hip. What do you want to do?
Because that guilty we got to talk about, that's going to be a long thing.
Not, okay, well, whatever. Like, we can, however you want to do it, my nigga, I'm here. DMX, man. First off, to Darkman X, thank you. I want to say that. I want to say thank you for turning your pain into a backdrop to some parts of my, I wouldn't say childhood, but my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? I remember that DMX was heavy in the mixtape, man, when I was out hooping, working out, trying to better myself. DMX was heavy in rotation when I felt lost. You know, DMX kind of picked up that mantle for Tupac in terms of being our the rapper that we can go to when you just want to hear that pain come through. I want to say thank you for always being soulful and just marching to the beat of your own drum, man. I wish that this world could have protected you and held you up more before you left. I hate that, I think X knew that he was a legend. And I think that he got treated like a legend, so that he knew that. But, as far as I was listening to the radio with my sister and driving in the car,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not a radio head at all. I'm actually damn near anti-radio.
And very anti-radio.
And she was like, but they was playing a little X tribute, and it was just like, damn. She made a comment. She was like, I don't think I've ever heard them play this X song on the radio. And I was like, damn, a nigga gotta die for you to play the B-sides, nigga, on the radio. Like,
for you to hear
a legend,
for you to hear a lot of even them on the radio, because when's the last time we even heard him on the radio?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, fuck just the B-sides. When have we heard the Rough Riders anthem on the radio? When's the last time we heard Slippin' on the radio? When's the last time we heard, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to get too far off because we're talking about the legend, but I think that our culture, we're gonna have to ask ourselves, y'all gonna have to clear it for niggas like me and my nigga Doc on to start playing this music, so that we can uphold the music. Like, at the end of the day, it's a lot of shit that gets buried because of radio play. But you know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. That's just something I wanted to throw in on top of that. What'd you think about, first off, when you first heard, I prayed that this wouldn't be the outcome, but when I was hearing the updates and shit like that, I feared it.
As soon as they told me he was
I feared it.
In a vegetative state and was like 30 minutes without oxygen, I knew what it was.
Yeah. and it's just no certain at certain levels, there's no coming back.
30 minutes. Your brain with 2 minutes of lack of oxygen, you're having irreversible, heavy brain damage. That's a severe brain injury.
Yeah, man.
At 2 minutes of lack of oxygen, 30 minutes, you're dead. Your brain has completely, for lack of a better word, fried itself out. It is suffocated. That's the lack. It is your brain is essentially suffocated from lack of blood flow
and oxygen and shit like that. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, God bless him. That's just. I can go on and on about X.
And then now they're saying, I just read something that they're saying that, or Gotti's saying that he got a bad mix of fucking a bad mix of crack and fentanyl.
Yeah, because the thing about these drugs on the streets, when you going through these cartels and shit like that, that was part of the argument of.
I don't even know if I put it as much as on cartels as the secondhand niggas getting a hold of some bullshit.
That was the argument of legalizing drugs completely. Because with the cartel, it's the cartel, bro. You're going to have cartel come through and they're going to lace that shit with fentanyl. You're not going to necessarily know if they don't have to tell you and they can still get the shit off. They going to get it off. That's how Mac Miller died. He didn't know what he was taking. Like, let's just be honest. Unless you go to a pharmacist and they can get that stamp of approval and FDA and all that bullshit, which is not the most trustworthy organization, but at least you know what you take. The reason why I don't really buy a lot of tree from street niggas no more is not because I'm a hater. I used to sell tree. But, nigga, now I can go and see the date that it was harvested.
Right.
Fam, now if I go and I have some kind of weird side effect, nigga, I know who to go holler at. Like, right. Man, fuck out of here, bro. I'm never pulling up on you niggas. You got to be my mans. Like, nigga, for real. Because niggas don't know. And it makes me weird. Like, I be thinking about all the tree and shit that we got back in our day. Fam, we ain't even going to talk about the pill era. We didn't know what the fuck we was taking.
You know what's fucked up though but back those pills we took back then are more pure than the pills that we're getting these days. I mean, I ain't taking no type of.
We would like to say that, and I agree. I think that too. But if we just apples for apples,
I feel like there was more ODs back then because it was a pure substance.
Okay, that's some good evidence. If you want to start
the ODs now are because of a less pure substance cut with
artificial
very
shit, yeah, like,
very.
I'm scared of that F nigga. Was fentanyl start with an F or a P?
It's a F. I hate to have to talk about it, but my baby mama's mom was addicted to painkillers, like bad. Like she was going between 4 or 5 different doctors.
Nigga, I went through a spell. Whoa, I was damn near addicted.
That's what I'm saying. They gave her at one point fentanyl patches. Do you know what fentanyl is? Do you know what it's used for?
Yeah, they not shit for that.
Fentanyl is used for terminally ill cancer patients who have chronic pain and nothing else.
God bless her, man. Arlie Charles, my grandmother, man. She passed away from cancer.
This shit they're supposed to give you when you're dying. Like when they're trying to make you comfortable to transition.
Fam, these are the motherfuckers that let Mike get addicted to a drug that you only supposed to have, nigga, when you're going out for like severe surgeries.
And then now, also, we gotta say rest in peace to fucking Black Rob.
Hold on, let's breathe first.
I was gonna breathe after it's all.
Let's go to. I need the nigga anxiety. I gotta break it up. Black Rob, man. Rest in peace, Black Rob.
When I saw that video of him giving praise to DMX while he was in the hospital bed, I didn't think he was gonna make it out the hospital. I thought our next thing was Black Rob. I thought I'm
be honest with you, fam. If he had better insurance, he wouldn't have. It's sad what happened to Black Rob because Black Rob got, shout out to everybody that goes through dialysis. Shout out to all my diabetics out there. We with you, man. It's a struggle. It's a silent struggle a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? And he basically just got tired of being a patient and got a chance to go out to Atlanta and do some things to try to spark back some music.
Did he make it?
To Atlanta? Yeah, he was in Atlanta. He didn't die in New York. He died in Atlanta. He got out to Atlanta and was started moving with this little manager, did a couple shows, was getting in the studio, was about to get back into it a little bit. And he neglected himself, for lack of better terminology, man, like lack of better words. He stopped going to dialysis 3 times a week, and his body shut down on him. So, I mean, Black Rob makes good money still off his royalties and publishing with Puff and all that, but majority of it was going to child support, court ordered.
God, they drug Puff over that shit.
And for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
For absolutely no reason.
I hate that shit about our culture.
Because here's my thing with that. What did Puff do to Black Rob that made Black Rob have 4 strokes? Nothing. What did Puff do to Black Rob to make him go to prison? Nothing.
Or what did Puff do to Black Rob to have him have all those babies and have all that child support?
Right, nothing.
Because you know how much child support.
He gave him the deal to get him out of that.
You know how much child support you're spending out if when you talk about the type of money that he was making.
Right.
Like, when you talk about that, fam. If anything, Diddy gave you a way to pay your child support. He upped it on you.
I mean, he didn't up it on you. The justice system upped it on you because you're making M's now. Like, of course they're going to. It's the government. They're gonna get all theirs.
And it's the type of women you fuck.
So
with.
you gonna blame Puffy because the court came after you for more money because you made M's now?
Shout out to Pastor Maurice Washington, who's also a godfather of mine and mentor. I was sitting in church one day on a February. It was like a Valentine's Day special. I was a young boy, but I remember him saying that every time a man sleeps with a woman, he leaves a part of his soul with her.
I've seen that.
And I thought the shit was kind of deep and shit, like, But when he said it, it kind of scared me because I had just started getting, getting pussy, nigga. I just started spreading my loins, nigga, to all these little bitches around. And I started thinking, like, damn, am I giving these bitches a part of myself? Am I giving these women a part of me? Right? I'll say this. We're men. Nigga, there's nothing wrong with a man having 2 to 3 women in his life, if not even more, that he has a child with. That has nothing to do with your ability to be a father. That has nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great men that have multiple children with multiple women that are great fathers and great men to these children.
Here's the thing. Puffy could have gave Black Rob $10 million 3 months before he passed, and that wouldn't have changed Black Rob's decision to stop being a patient.
Puffy could have gave Black Rob.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
right, $100 million,
and it wouldn't have changed his decision
all that
to
could have
stop
meant,
being
all that
a
could have meant
patient.
is that these women was getting even more money off this nigga,
when he passed,
and he had even more child support.
Because, like you said,
you can't control a man's decisions.
Yeah, you said he didn't want to be a patient no more. So there's
those
no
are my
amount of money,
words based on what allegedly he did.
Right.
You know
so if he didn't want to be a patient no more, there's no amount of money you could have thrown at this man.
He probably said, you know what, if I go, I go. I'm
He'd
just
have been
gonna
like,
live my
cool,
life.
you know what, give that to my kids. I'm going
And the
out.
dude that released that video, nigga, like, lost access to him right after that. It was a, like, janky promoter type nigga that came up on him and was trying to, like, get him to, trying to come up real quick.
But nah, I
real
feel
manager
that.
would ever post that picture.
There's
nigga,
no
like,
bread, no amount of bread that he would have said, get that to my kids. I'm on my way out. Like, I'm not being on. That's how my grandpa was. He was on dialysis. He got tired of going to dialysis every day.
Shout out to my boy, man.
He's like,
Marcus, man. You know who you are. I love you. And, you know, that's a real thing that people go through on a daily basis.
Chemo patients, some of them just get tired and be like, and be like 2 sessions away from going into remission and just be like, I'm tired. I can't
do this shit no more.
I can't feel like this because could you imagine? I've seen chemo patients.
Yeah, me too.
I
don't want to imagine that shit.
I used to work at a hotel that we gave free rooms to chemo patients because we worked. It was the Renown in South Meadows where they specialized in chemo. So, nigga, you would see them come in. They looked horrible after they...
Right,
and I can just imagine somebody being like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Stop putting this needle in me. Stop injecting me with this fucking... Essentially
Chemical.
fucking...
Radioactive
fluid. Like... But this next one, this one's going to be tough for me.
I thought about you the whole time, bro. That's why I didn't even call you back. When I just left it alone, like... I already know I ain't going through it to an extent because just off childhood memories, you know what I'm saying? Legendary Shock G, rest in peace.
It ain't even a childhood memory.
No, I'm speaking for me right now.
For you, all right.
It's childhood memory, right? And I got to meet Shock G when I was a shorty. And to move out to the West Coast, at the time, I knew nothing of the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have known that's where the Panthers was from. when I was a shorty, like every rapper was from New York to me.
Shock is from. Well, he's not. Shock,
But I know,
he's a Tupac.
I know.
Born in a transplant.
But what I'm saying is, he's a me, shit, nigga. Like, he's a you. But what I'm saying is that
But he's
as a shorty, I know what you're saying. As a shorty, I remember thinking when I was a kid, I just assumed Humpty was from the city. You know what I'm saying? But I used to be like that with everybody. But you know, at that time, you know, I was a kid. You know, whatever.
Ask him, he is.
I know. No, I know the history. I know the science on it, the math on it. But at the time, you know, like, and as I got older, especially seeing them with Tupac and shit, like, it's like, oh, they from New York, like, and then as I got a little older and recognized and shit, and then like, I'm a alley oop it to you on this. I told you what your brother meant to me, like when I first moved to Reno, like just interacting with him, seeing him, he don't even know. I've never told him this, like, but. Just seeing that whole crew, nigga, like, it let me know that I was going to be all right where I was at, right? And it was okay to be myself. Fam, knowing the history and the connection of the 3 to 4 degrees separation and shit like that, nigga, and then all of a sudden coming through and meeting y'all and knowing the history and shit of what Digital Underground did, you know what I'm saying, just within your family, nigga, like, nigga, that's why I meant to ask you, like, bro, you going to the funeral? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I know y'all got access like that. Like, y'all technically are Digital Underground fans.
Digital Underground family.
You know what I'm saying? So, it gave me chills when I thought about it because I was like, damn, nigga, I shed a tear for this man. I was like, damn, that sucks, bro. That's a beautiful soul that we just lost. And then I thought about y'all immediately afterwards. Like, and it gave me chills. Like, oh, shit.
What?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just Shock G, just like the connection to it, like just the connection to y'all.
Well, motherfuckers don't like. I don't think I've even told you this story. Shock G is the reason I blessed my first ever stage and ever got to rap for the first time in front of a crowd.
Nah, I didn't know that.
The end of a DU show, St. Mary's College. He knew I wanted to rap on stage. He knew I'd been itching for it. You know, I got a verse ready and everything. Show's wrapping up. My brother's playing the ending beat. He hands me a mic and he pushes me to the middle of that stage.
Like, go do your thing,
and I look back
king.
at my brother. And my brother's like, go.
Nigga, what you mean?
Nigga, that beat.
That's
beat
the guy.
That beat hit the one. I took off. Nigga, whole crowd start. Nigga, to this day, I don't think I've had that feeling again.
To this day, you ain't got that alley-oop, nigga. That's the perfect alley-oop.
You're talking about a 14-year-old kid, nigga.
Right.
In front of at least 4,000 or 5,000 people, dog.
Easy.
At a college show.
Easy. Couple grand in that bitch,
nigga.
I know you was on top of the world after that, boy.
Same trip. I got to perform in front of De La Soul.
See?
On Who Got the Gravy with him.
See?
Shock always showed me the most love when I was the real like little brother. Because he seen you a
kid,
nigga.
Like, yeah, because he seen you as a kid doing that shit.
Right.
I know he knew like, oh, this kid, okay, this nigga could be special, nigga. Like, that's just naturally how it's gonna be.
That's how Shock always looked at me. And it's like now with him being gone, it's like, man, I feel like I've wasted so much fucking time.
That's natural to feel that. It's natural to feel like, damn, what was I doing? I should have been in it somewhere behind Shock, under Shock.
I should,
right?
I should be somewhere like I had, but that's here nor there. It's just sad that I got, and that's like I posted something on my Instagram. The last performance I got to perform on stage with him. Like, no matter at any show I was at with him,
that's some legendary shit.
I had to be. He made sure I was on stage. That's some legendary shit. I know.
That's some legendary shit, dog.
And it's just, dog, when I got that message on Facebook from Meta, bro.
That one hurt. Fam. I mean, all three of these hurt because I'm a New York City kid originally, nigga. Like, DMX and Black Rob have a special place in my heart. Shock G has a special place in my heart, man.
Shock G fucks me up is because I never really got to tell him
how much you appreciated that shit.
What that meant to me.
I know he knows, though.
And what the fuck I've done from that point to now.
I know he knows, though. You know what I'm saying? And now he just with you in spirit, fam. We just gotta keep rocking. We gonna hold him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just appreciate Shock for being true, dog. And he slept on as a lyricist, man. Like he slept on. You know, he's definitely from that cloth of rapper. Like nigga, like nigga, you got to be able to rap to do this thing.
And what
like,
you know, what the other things
don't just look cool,
realize,
nigga.
you lost.
Just rap.
Everybody that is a Pac fan realize you lost the man that single-handedly gave that person to you.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
He produced them early Pac hits.
And I've never
It
lost
was
sight of
him
the
and Dre.
blueprint, nigga. I've never lost sight of the blueprint
Uh,
that Tupac followed from Shock in terms of like being multifaceted and having multi-person, you know, like showing your full range of personality on the track. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? It's just like when I think about Pac, I get around. Brenda's got a baby, hit him up, all those different facets. You know, like you got to understand that like being around Shock and them and seeing that multi-layered personality come about had to have some influence in that realm of Pac as well.
do you know what's crazy is to feel how a famous person, friends and family feel when they pass away, because it's like
You're reminded of the trauma over
somebody
and over.
tells you, you're like, and you find out before news outlets and shit.
Yeah,
That's surreal.
Yeah, and
And
especially
then,
when
like,
it's tragic.
2 hours later, you start
Dog.
seeing the post come out. You're like,
This
Jesus.
nigga, I heard this nigga XXX Tentacion's father say he just was looking. He said periodically, you know, he's proud of his son. He's over in Jamaica. He said periodically, nigga, like what he would do out his day, he just get on his son's socials just to see what he doing, just to be like, oh, it's my son. Look at him. I'm proud of him. And he was on his way to do that and literally seen his son's murder, nigga, because they done posted this shit and tagged his son in it. Like, oh my God, they killed X. And that's how he found out his son got killed. Nigga, like, that's, to me, like, look, think about Nipsey's parents. They came to the scene because it was just trending, nigga, and all over the place. Like, they found out from the media. And then they came to the scene like, wait, what's going on? That's just wild, where we are. Like, fam, Martin Luther King and JFK was like exceptions. Abe Lincoln was like exceptions. Like, great men and leaders and famous people didn't get murdered in front of the world. Nowadays, that shit is getting on camera. Like, it's cameras footage of this shit. If they wanted to, like, give niggas nightmare, they could play the Mo 3 video. That shit is on video. They just letting out the still captions of the shit. But, like, the shit's on 4K camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should never be able to go to YouTube and see what happened to Nipsey. Like, we didn't see Pac get murdered. We ain't see Biggie get murdered. Imagine if you can just watch that shit on tape, nigga, every 5, 10, 15 minutes. Like, the trauma of it all. When we were young and Pac and Biggie got killed, remember what that did to the culture? Not even just the young heads. It fucked the older heads up. But it really fucked all us younger, all us 90s and 80s babies. That fucked us up. Imagine being able to see it. And that's what Nipsey and X and shit like that is to these young kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild, bro. Like, shout out to all the fallen soldiers, man, and all the women and men we've lost in the last 2 years. It seems like these ones hit a little different. One of the things I will appreciate about all three of these deaths, and it's gonna sound a little ill, but just rock with me, fam. They're all. I'm not gonna say of natural causes, but they didn't get murdered. Thank God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad X wasn't trying to cop and got murdered by somebody, or somebody tried to rob him and murdered him, or was jealous and murdered him. It just came out that one of the niggas, the new nigga that just got arrested in the Mo 3 murder, was the girl's house that he left, baby's father. You know what I'm saying? And the police saying they don't think she had nothing to do with it. The FBI like, we don't think this was a setup. We just think this was a jealous baby father that happens to know some niggas that was already beefing with this nigga and volunteered to do the dirty work.
I wish Shock would have got a drink champs, bro.
Me too. He was gonna get one too.
I don't feel like he got his flowers while he was here, bro.
I do. Maybe not in this young generation, in this young media circuit.
Coming from the being,
because even if he got a Breakfast Club, it would have been lit.
I just don't feel like he got he got it a little bit with the Pac story and shit, but I don't feel like he got. I don't feel like if knock on wood Mun passes, he's got his flowers yet.
Mm.
From the Bay, yeah.
But Shock, man, I don't know. Cause Shock can't go nowhere in New York. He's royalty in New York City. You gotta imagine that he's royalty, nigga, in the South like that too. Like, nigga, he might not be, but I know he's royalty all throughout the West Coast, and internationally, he was royalty.
Nah, I don't feel like people really know.
This younger generation could be reminded. You know what I'm saying? This younger generation could be reminded. Like, then go listen to Shock G's verse on Same Song. Cause niggas know that it's like, oh, that's Pac, you know, one of Pac's coming out. Man, fuck that. Shock G got one of the greatest verses in hip hop on that song. And you know, the characteristics and stuff like that. Nowadays, hip hop, you got to be uber cool and gangster and serious faced all the time. So cats might look back on that and take away from what his lyrical and music ability was. But fam, Shock, I mean, is like one of the original Tupacs. I mean, Kanye's, and the fact that his abilities on the mic as well as his abilities like in the boot, like recording shit and producing, are second to none, and they fit hand in glove. So I think that with the people that Shock respected and wanted the respect from, he gets his just due. As far as the common fan and shit like that, sometimes I wish niggas like certain cats we could force their flowers, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
Unfortunately, because now what's going to happen is going to be mad corny. You're going to have a lot of new Shock G fans. There's going to be a lot of niggas walking around with Shock G Humpty Hump shirts, and they ain't really about that. They ain't got
There's a lot of people
they ain't
who were
listening to no
already
records.
doing that before he passed away. You see a lot of Digital Underground merchandise and shit like that for people who really don't
Right.
know what the fuck. They just think, oh,
'Cause,
that's
fam,
a cool little design with
if
a
you
dude with a
equate-
crazy nose.
If you equate Shock G and Digital Underground solely to discovering Tupac, it tells me your knowledge of hip hop, and it tells me you're not. I mean, this is gonna sound tacky, but your newness to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas was legends before Pac came around. Pac just so happened to turn into Pac. But if you a real Shock G and Digital Underground fan, you understand that like Pac might still be here if he was still rocking with them. Like if Pac never left Digital Underground, Pac probably still be alive.
Nah.
I think so.
Nah, because that's one thing Shock said about Pac. That was always Pac. The Pac that you got.
No, fam, I'm not saying. See, I'm not. Let me phrase my statement by saying this. I'm not one of those people that are misconstrued about Pac and think that he turned a certain way just when he got with Death Row. I know that the Pac that I've always heard about is the same Tupac nigga that was on Death Row.
Right, nah,
Like,
but
you know what I'm
that's what I'm saying.
saying?
I don't
I get
feel
what you're
like
saying about
I don't
that.
feel like if he would have stayed with DU, it would have been any different. I feel like he might have lived longer.
The reason why
I feel like
well,
niggas
yeah,
would
but
have eventually still did what they did
see,
to him.
This is what I'm saying.
Well, not niggas. We know who what.
But that all.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
that's everything every action has a reaction. I don't think that Pac is in law. Even if Pac is with just Digital Underground strictly solely, never left. Just that's fam from here on out. I don't think that he's. Now I'm not saying he ain't gonna put his hands on nobody. I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna be getting no fights and no charges. I think that his demise would have been more political then. I think it would have been more like the police getting him the fuck up out of here, or a district attorney getting him the fuck up out of here, some shit like that, versus him getting caught up into the gang culture. Because when you watch this shit out now and you realize, oh, like, damn, Pac really just got killed.
Do you really feel like that was on some gang shit, or was that
So look, bro,
niggas
I'm
really
gonna tell you right now.
some
I've
shit
always wanted to think that Tupac's murder was.
You don't think it was bigger than that? You
was
literally
bigger.
think it was?
Fam, look. I believe that this is my beliefs. I believe the CIA was following and monitoring Tupac, creating a paper trail on him. Right? I believe that, especially because of who his parents were. I believe that wholeheartedly. However, if you're to believe the accounts of basically the streets, because ever since I was a young boy, nobody from LA would ever let me get that off in front of them. Like all my friends from LA, all my fans from LA, when I would be like, yeah, man, the government killed Pac, they'd be like, nigga, Pac got killed on some gangster shit. That nigga got killed on some nigga shit. And it was always the LA people, nigga, and my niggas from SoCal that was tapped into that culture that would always be like, because this is one thing I'll say too. Nobody, Orlando Anderson, nigga, wasn't walking around hiding in LA because he killed Tupac.
Right.
He wasn't necessarily bragging about the shit on, like, you know, we ain't have social media then. But, nigga, from what I understand, everyone in SoCal and LA and shit in them streets in that area from that era knows Orlando's the one that smoked Pac.
Right.
But they also understand that Tupac was a celebrity that got caught up in Suge's influence of, no disrespect to Pac, of kind of playing the role of gangster. Like, you gonna take M.O.B., Ma Pyru, a famous, notorious LA gang, and once you start getting called out about it, then you gonna switch the meaning and be like, nah, mine just means money over bitches. Well, real hood niggas from LA that's really gangster and live and die, that second generation about that shit, they're not gonna take too kind to that. And they can't extort you because, nigga, you in with the right people in the gang. So niggas is just waiting. And if you listen to Mob James, he says it. He was like, man, he was telling Suge, like, you need to separate him from this. Because a lot of the homies was starting to turn on Pac because they was looking at the nigga like cake, like food. Like, nigga, you out here getting all this money and all these bitches and all this celebrity status off of ours. Nigga, niggas hate to compare it. But Whack 100 wasn't far off when he compared 6ix9ine to Tupac. When he was comparing to the fact that, like, nigga, this nigga came around some real gangsters, started to adopt their ways, because a lot of people wasn't Tupac fans when he was strictly revolutionary. Nigga, what's the difference? You don't rap as good as them niggas from De La Soul.
Right.
Right? So why would we listen to you if we can listen to them? But when you mix Tupac's revolutionary mind and spirit with understanding of gangsterism mixed in with a little bit of Bay Area nigga collar popping, now he's a Molotov cocktail for the whole country, the whole world. Everybody can get a piece of him. And he can represent everybody. And now he can go fit in places and speak that revolutionary shit that we all want to hear, that we all love, but we just wasn't hearing it. And he was bringing everybody in his own way together in that way. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans, nigga, if Mexicans can get away with saying Pac is Mexican, nigga, they hit him in Mexican a long time ago. Mexicans love Pac.
Right.
Mexicans love Pac, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought that was weird because he was he was in L.A. at a time where Mexicans and niggas was killing each other.
Did not get along.
Nigga, like, but they love Pac.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things. White people in Europe love Tupac. The motherfucking Eastern Europeans and shit like that, nigga, they love Tupac. It's just weird. Like, some people just come amongst us that's like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Most of the Europeans and, like, the UK and shit, though, they all love real hip-hop music. They don't like this.
Right.
That's why a lot of these, like, new rappers and
They're
shit,
not
they don't got
like
a
that.
huge international
Yeah, you're right.
following.
I noticed that.
Because that's one thing, like, overseas hasn't wavered on. Is
a lot of them cats is
their
going
taste
back
of
to being
hip-hop,
regional and shit like
their
that.
taste of hip-hop music is
Yeah.
we want hip-hop music.
Right.
Or you ain't gonna come over here and eat over here like that.
That's why the legends go over
I
there.
mean, 6ix9ine eats over there because 6ix9ine's more of a troll figure, so they love that.
He
got
over
that
there.
energy. He got different energy.
He
Go over there,
eats over there on some rock type shit.
right, he's a rock star.
They EDM him out and shit like that. Like, that's how he got put on over there.
He got that stupid energy.
That punk rock / hip hop /
Well, you know what? I can't say that anymore because they're real hip hop heads. They're not fucking with him after the whole snitch shit. He's not really overseas doing shows. Well, we won't know until niggas can do shows again. But as far as I know, niggas in overseas ain't fucking with him because how they see hip hop culture. They see it as real hip hop, nigga. You don't get to tell and come back and be fruitful in this anymore, nigga. Your street cred gone. All that get the blicky eyes, that shit's gone now, nigga.
That shit was going too, nigga.
Because, nigga, yeah, nigga, as much as I hated 6ix9ine even before the start
No,
the
I
whole
remember.
snitch
I
shit.
remember.
Cause remember, you knew I didn't like him before then. It wasn't just because of the court case. I just didn't like the niggas whole troll
Bro,
shit.
when you from a certain
But-
era, you look at 6ix9ine and you ain't
But
supposed to like
nigga,
him.
when
nigga,
I
like,
play that
fuck you
shit
doing?
in the club,
Yeah.
that shit gets turned,
That
nigga.
nigga, them shits was
Stupid turn,
Bro,
nigga.
he had a
I
run.
might start a fight,
He had a run.
dog.
He had a run.
Of
Nobody
hits.
can take from him, nigga. He had a run.
And
nigga.
I'm not taking none of that from him.
That shit's just
But what I'm
funny.
saying is like that's why he won over there is because he had that Onyx hip hop
Yeah,
energy.
nigga. It had
and
that
Onyx
danger.
wins over
It
there.
had that danger like to it,
Right.
nigga. Like,
And that New York
somebody
music
can get janked up in
wins
here.
overseas. Nigga,
Yeah, I
they
know.
love that real
Yeah.
grimy.
Yeah.
Nigga, Pop Smoke was winning overseas before he passed. Niggas didn't know
Griselda.
that, but Griselda wins.
Yeah.
Because they love that grimy New York, East Coast hip hop shit, nigga.
808s, nigga.
That's they shit. That's what they like. But when he turned snitch, they really about that hip hop culture over there. Like, we can't fuck with you, son. Like, you telling, bruh.
That's a dub.
So all that get the blicky he was talking, we can't. You don't get that pass over. You can't talk about that over here because you don't get the blicky, nigga. You get the telling.
Hey, man.
And it ain't on the street code to them. It's on hip hop code to them. It's like, nigga, the hip hop code we came from was Biggie and them back then, nigga. That's the code to us, nigga. We don't tell on niggas.
Yeah, man. And they from an era like they respect the era where niggas separated hip hop from gang culture.
Look at the whole Big L murder, right? Big L got murdered because of his brother. Did his brother? Yeah, it was because of his brother.
That might be what started a beef. Big L got killed by the very nigga. Big L tried to kill this nigga. He ran him down, nigga, shot at him, but he didn't kill him. That nigga that he tried to kill, came back and caught L slipping.
That ain't the story that anybody else be telling about that shit. When you hear
I'll
other
show you.
niggas who say they close to Big L, they said the Big L older brother, who's one of them niggas out there,
Yeah.
they nigga mistaked him standing on the porch for that nigga and ended up lighting him up.
The nigga that killed Big L, he ended up getting killed. I don't necessarily think it was even Big
But
L
okay,
behind
so that's
Big
here
L,
nor
but-
there. My point is, did nobody go tell on that nigga that killed Big L? Somebody just finally let Karma deal with this nigga down the line.
Are they expedited?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the that's what overseas sees our hip hop culture as. They ain't gonna tell even though they know who man's killed this nigga. They gonna just
see,
we
and
gonna
that's
catch you slipping like you kept my man slipping, and we gonna keep it pushing, nigga.
the '90s fucked shit up in the sense that it blew the doors open. It made it to where these big bags exist, but it also had where you still had the rapping skill. Rap was at its all-time high skill-wise.
Yeah.
And niggas was telling beautiful hood stories. So it glamorized a certain time frame, and everybody and these young boys just try to reduplicate it in their own way. And
They're just doing a bad job.
yeah, well, because I heard Frank Lucas say something crazy. Rest in peace to Frank Lucas. I heard him say something. He's
Did
like,
Frank Lucas die?
yeah, he was like probably like a year or so ago. He was like, you know, I don't get it. He said, these kids can do anything now. They can use that same energy, that same mentality, and do anything now. He said, we could do nothing else.
But sold up.
And he said, and now you're never gonna get. He's like, man, I was on this corner in Harlem, over here making $2 million a week on this corner. He said, you're not gonna make that kind of money now. He's like, those boys, the Alphabet Boys, is too talented now. They have too many tools and surveillance, and he was like, there's a camera on every corner. He was just like, they got paid informants that make good livings to just go back to their old
Informants
neighborhood.
be making 6 figures a year if they
Fam,
telling on the
they
right
got all
people,
kinds of
nigga.
Jailhouse snitches and they control this shit now. You feel me? Where it's like back in the day, like if you were Frank Matthews, you can get away. But now, nigga, Frank Matthews would never get away with the way he got away. You know what I'm saying? You're going to end up like Frank Lucas.
Right.
Frank Lucas and them was around the time when they started, the FBI never started getting a one-up. Like, nah, nigga, we're going to start tapping these niggas' phones.
Hey, did you see? Did you see that
Give some
new?
niggas no time, nigga, just to tell on these niggas.
Did you see that new documentary on White Boy Rick?
No, I keep saying I need to watch it. I keep forgetting to
You know
watch
they by law they supposed to have been let this nigga out, right?
it. Yeah.
Not even just on like what his parole supposed to be, but they passed a fucking law.
You know why he not
that-
getting out?
Because he's what?
White Boy Rich, if you like follow his story, he was working for the government.
Yeah, no, he was a paid government informant. And then when it came time for the government to work for him,
they was
niggas,
selling.
yeah,
They was supplying
giving him drugs to sell to
kilos
right.
to go
I
back
know
to
what
the
was
hood
going
in
on.
Detroit,
Yeah.
sell them dope.
And then when he did it himself, they're like, all right, do this one last thing for us. We gonna help you. He did that one last thing, got popped. What'd they do?
Act like they ain't know. Mm-hmm. And now the niggas want to do movies about him and documentary. Oh, nigga, you're not getting out. So you can go sit next to Oprah, nigga, and Prince
Tell
Charles,
everything.
nigga, Prince Harry, us, nigga, and tell on us, nigga. It's fucked up. That nigga should have been out.
You know, and the fucked up part about it is they made an example out of him because he's a white boy in the hood who was close to niggas. Because even the niggas was like, what y'all them seeing him say about this dude, that wasn't him. He wasn't this fucking... he was around, but he ain't this whole what y'all making it out to be type shit.
No, he's like any other white boy that grew up in inner city America. Nigga that's just there. Nigga like, this is your life too. And so... It gets wild, man, because the government is foul. They just caught this cop in Florida planting some motherfucking heroin and shit on this couple, a white couple. And what I said this in high school once to a teacher. I said, man, America will wake up when they start treating poor white people like niggas.
All right.
When poor white people start getting treated like niggas every day, and it's starting to happen. We only probably a year or two away from a couple white kids getting killed by the cops. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they really that's when guns violence is gonna be over, nigga. They gonna want to get rid of the guns. They gonna want to defund the police and all that type.
See, I don't know about that because do you remember that white dude that got killed in that hallway in the motel hallway? Mm-hmm. Because he tried to pull up his shorts or something and wasn't following command fast enough for that cop with the AR. They don't give a fuck. They don't care if these cops keep doing what the fuck they do.
Listen to me. That was one of the first of its kind. And it made national news.
Nothing happened to that cop.
I don't think he's a cop no more.
I don't know.
Because that was one of the things they was complaining about. Like, well, they get this nigga off the force.
Oh, that was the little thing they did?
I mean, it's fucked up. But
right, like.
I ain't saying it's right.
It's ridiculous.
I'm saying, like, it's starting to get to a point now. Dog. Because sometimes some of these cops, they've been so indoctrinated to be harsh and treat black people with racism that they don't honestly believe that they're doing anything racist because that's just how they're trained. That's how the job is. They've been doing it for 10, 15, now 20 years, right? They're just policing, right? This is how you got to be in this neighborhood versus this neighborhood. And then they go in their personal life and probably be cool with all kind of people, nigga, that they'll treat like shit if they seen them driving down the street and didn't know them. And those minute biases that you don't always understand, that's just in your conscientious brain. That's how you get some of these motherfuckers, and you can see it in their face, like, oh shit. Like the cop that shot this little kid from Chicago. He running down the alley, nigga. The kid got a gun.
Yeah, but
allegedly.
He clearly threw his gun in the fucking yard behind him, turns around with his hands up.
I'm always for the people. But this is what I'm gonna tell my nephew, like, fam. It's not enough to get chased down an alley with a cop that has a family of his own that's trying to get home.
Right.
You're making him chase you. He's yelling commands, and then you throw a gun where he can't see it. How I know you ain't throw a gun to your homie? And as soon as I walk up, he gonna blim, 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 blim. Nigga, they in Chicago. You 13 years old. What are you doing in that position? You're 13 years old. Take your ass home. You're supposed to be in the fucking house.
Getting ready for school.
Because now everybody want to talk about how you a baby.
Right.
But nigga,
you weren't
13 years old running from the cops with a gun, nigga, in your possession.
Ain't baby
that ain't little boy time, boy. That's big boy time.
Big boy activity.
You out there with the big boys. And what you should have did, if you was gonna throw the gun like that, you should have just dropped
threw
it
in front of him,
or let him see what you was doing. Yeah, threw it in front of him. But you know why you didn't do that? Because you were scared. You were scared.
Let him see that shit hit the ground.
And rest in peace, man. I would like to say that kid shouldn't be dead, but I'm like, man, I try to be practical. When I come up on our platform and I talk about this systemic racism towards black people and police brutality, it's through my life lens and experiences and through statistical data. I'm not up here just a cop hater. Right? I'm not up here a race baiter. when I see that cop, I don't know if that cop is 100% wrong because I see what you're saying. He threw the gun and then he turned it around and then you shot him. But I'm trying to put myself in a situation of running, putting all that shit. It's dark and shit, nigga. Like, what's going on?
Like I said, throw it in front of him where he can see.
And you know how you do something? How you see something?
Right.
Like, nigga, like let's say right now we're recording and you just pick this up and throw it across the room. I might have a delayed reaction to it. Like, bro, did you just throw something? If I'm running and I'm thinking like, shit, I want to get home. My wife don't want me out here on the force no more. All these little shits, nigga, I'm thinking while I'm chasing your ass, yelling and pleading for you to stop. And then when he shot him, dog, and like you could hear him like, at first he was breathing hard and like kind of like checking, like, man, what the fuck, where's the gun? Then he was like, where you been hit? And then when he seen where he shot him, he was just like, you can hear the reality set in like, oh shit. And then he started screaming and yelling for help, like, give me some help immediately. And you could see the kid die. That shit was sad. I'm like, man, but that's where parenting and conversations need to be had.
All right, so how do you feel about the girl that got killed?
That called the police?
Stab the other girl.
Her sister?
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, that situation, in my opinion,
That's a
is
rough
totally
one
different.
to talk about.
But it's rough. Let me take this angle first, and you tell me. Because I've heard all the angles. My thing is, from the video I've seen, I only seen it once. As he's approaching her and he's telling her to put the knife down or whatever, her and the girl is nigga tangled up, yelling at each other. There's all kind of shit going on. I put myself in her situation. Did she hear him? Right? Did she really hear him? Did she notice that this nigga had a gun on her? Mm-hmm. Right? Now, she's got the gun, the knife up or whatever, and yeah, you're trying to save somebody. So all she got to do is come down and she can hurt somebody. Two things I was thinking. Okay, you couldn't shoot her in the leg?
That's an option.
Because you shot her up high. Like, it seems like this is a smaller target, but I'm not an expert. It might be a bigger target. Maybe the legs is hard.
Center mass is the
Maybe you don't want to hit the leg.
No,
Maybe you don't.
No, because center mass is the biggest target. That's what they tell you.
Walking you through what I was thinking.
Yeah, but I'm saying why those. I'm gonna
Hold on, let me finish.
try and debunk as you say.
No, let me finish. I don't want to lose my thought. What I was thinking was like, okay, well, if you shot her up high versus shooting her down low, maybe you didn't want to shoot her down low because you didn't want to risk shooting someone else, right? That's what I'm thinking. And then secondly, I was like, okay, well, nigga, you shot her center mass. Why 4 times? She probably could have survived off one of them bullets. But, nigga, why did you empty 4 bullets into her?
It seems like cops weren't really trained.
They wasn't.
To shoot once.
Well, they wasn't. And the thing is, these cops were trained to do this towards us. And so, like, but now it's starting to spill over into everyday society. Mm-hmm. They're starting to blur the lines. Like, it's now becoming rich versus poor, and not white versus black, or black versus everything, right? Because shout out to all my Asians. Stop Asian hate. I'm with all that. I support that, and black hate. Stop hating black people too, and Hispanics, right? And gays. And lesbians, bi, whatever, every fucking segment. But one of those cops that did that shit, that was making sure nobody helped our brother George, was fucking Asian. Mm-hmm. Imagine what George, like, we've all been with cops where we gotten arrested and you seen the black cop and you wanted him to help you. And he was worse than the
what
motherfucking
type
white
of
cop.
Fucking Asian is he, though?
Then you see the Asian cop or the Hispanic cop and you think, nigga, it was a Hispanic cop that fucked up my back. A little motherfucking Mexican bitch. Like, she jumped all on my back and shit and fucked me up. Tried to lie and say I was resisting arrest. And then when she found out who I was and shit, nigga, in my record, like, tried to apologize and be like, man, you worse than these cops was. You was the worst one here. Was you trying to prove that you was down? So I can't imagine being George Floyd and seeing the Asian dude stopping people from helping you to, like, get air. He just needed a few minutes, dog.
I mean, it ain't gonna bring George Floyd back, but that bitch ass nigga is going to prison.
I hope. Because
he going.
There's a
he
case,
gonna get 40.
There's a case where the judge came back. Dude got sentenced to like 25, cop, but he had a newborn baby coming, so the judge gave him 8 months.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
In this case,
here.
that we're riding on is that 9-year-old girl's testimony. Because of her age, there's a legal loophole in Minneapolis, that when it comes back to sentencing, instead of the judge having final say, now the district attorney does. So if the judge comes back and be like, 8 years, they could be like, nah, that's not enough. Nigga, we recommend 16 to 25 or 50, 30. And they'll have final say just solely off her testimony. Mm. That's why they went so hard at her in cross-examination, which is not really known to the public because she was young, so it didn't have to be on a public platform. But that also allows them to go twice as hard without looking like the bad guy as the defense. They tried to catch her up, all type of shit, but she stood tall and she held George Floyd down. And then what happened, what solidified it for is they said that when you're deemed to be credible by the outcome of the case, and since it went guilty on all three, that makes her testimony credible.
He getting 40.
I mean, I hope he gets 40.
I'm
just not wanting to get my hopes up, man. Like
I'm not praying, hoping, or getting my hopes. So he getting 40.
I mean, shit. I hope the nigga do get 40.
I don't think he's getting 75. He getting 40. Now, they consecutive his ass. They gonna wash that nigga, but you know they're not. Yeah, they're gonna concur in him.
But they already gave him
40.
A break by not giving him first-degree murder. Like some of the analysts were saying on MSNBC the other day.
I don't know if they gave him a break, though. I feel like
they gave him a break, dog, because it's been proven that he knew George Floyd before this. They worked together and they had a tiff.
I don't feel like
son, hear me out.
We wouldn't have got that.
Hear me out. Take the cop out of it. Take the fact that he's a white cop that killed a nigga and it went viral out of it. Me and you.
We've had this conversation.
Hold on.
You broke this down to me
you
last
come
time we came on.
You come in here. You come in here, whatever, nigga, with a couple other witnesses that are our job, nigga, and we get into it. Nothing major, bro. Like, nothing crazy. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to kill you. None of that. We just have some words, nigga, to where everyone understands that, them niggas not vibing right now. And then literally, nigga, within 48 hours, nigga, you pull up on me in your other job that allows you to freely roam around the city and have authority over humans. You pull up on me in that job, nigga, and from go, nigga, you put me on the ground, nigga. I'm listening back to the tape with that in mind, like, damn, why was George Floyd so scared? Oh, because he knew that Derek Chauvin.
I get it, but your argument isn't.
What is it not?
Because what I'm telling you is we wouldn't have got first-degree murder.
You can't say that when in the grand jury investigation
what I'm going
there were
off
several
of
people that was there to willing to be like, yo, there was beef between them.
I get that, but what I'm going off of is track record with them even trying to get cops going to court for murdering black people.
Did you hear the latest story on Derek Chauvin? Based on the investigation, this nigga should have been pulled off the police force, nigga, 12 years ago. They said.
I get everything you're saying.
No, obviously you don't, because you're telling me that they didn't have grounds for first.
I'm not saying that they didn't have grounds.
Well, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is they wouldn't convict him of it. I'm not saying that they couldn't have went after him for it. I'm not saying that they didn't have grounds.
That's what they said about the second degree.
But what I'm saying is they wouldn't have got the conviction. I'm saying he probably would have walked.
Understand
on that?
No. Because it don't work like that. It don't have to be first degree or nothing. And that's what they try to fill niggas' heads up with in the media. Because that's why they fought to put in the third degree when the trouble, right before the trial started. They got it passed to get in the third degree.
What first degree have we ever? What fucking first degree? What any conviction have we got other than Derek Chauvin to even go off of?
Well, Jordan Davis's murderer, the white man that killed him over his rap music, he got first degree. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he was one of the first people to get first degree. But, nigga, I'm not talking about history. Because historically, nigga, Derek Chauvin would be at the house with his fucking feet up.
That's what I'm saying.
But, no, that's what I'm saying.
We got what we
let me say what I'm trying to say with him. Let me say what I'm trying to say. I'm not willing to go there. And I'm just trying to explain why. You got a sweeping conviction on all three counts, which is unheard of. You didn't think that was going to happen. But go figure. Because of the attention and because there's a black attorney general of this state, there wasn't, ironically, an all-white jury this time. Mm-hmm. So the jury was actually a diverse jury of Americans. So it was pressure on every juror, nigga, to report and judge off what they seen.
Right.
Right?
Right.
They all overwhelmingly was like guilty, guilty, guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going off this particular case.
Okay.
With that, and I understand this is hindsight knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, I'll be fair. In hindsight, it's just like, damn.
Why couldn't have we got
If
that?
you'd have put the first degree murder on there, and there was a time that we was gonna get first degree murder, it's this. Like, nigga, we all seen for almost 10 minutes you kneel on this nigga's neck while putting your hands in your pocket, pushing down on it. Nigga, the EMT worker said that nigga he had to bump you off the nigga to get him, and was like, yeah, I told my partner, yeah, he's dead. Help me get his body up. When he first seen George Floyd, he was like, that nigga's dead. He's dead. He didn't say nigga, but yeah, bro, he's dead. So if you think about that, and then you think about the two experts that just happened to be in the crowd, nigga, when they first was talking about this shit, son, I thought it was a crowd of 30 people.
Do you think
It was 5 motherfuckers out there? That's 5. That's why it was so credible.
Do you
it
think
was 5 people? All their stories added up.
Okay, but do you think that if they would have put first degree murder on the table, we would have got that diverse jury?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Keith Ellerson. Keith Ellerson is the reason why all this shit went through. He's the attorney general of the whole state. He's over all that shit, and he's a black man and a Democrat.
I feel like it could be the butterfly effect with any one of these situations being just a little bit
I don't
different.
think they letting anything happen. And I think sometimes because of the way the system is, I understand why we say shit like that and think like that. I think if they could, this shit would have been just like every other police brutality murder. Nigga, it would have just got swept under the rug. I think that the mixture of the way George Floyd's death sparked like some shit all around the nation and all around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coupled with, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like the outrage of his murder is the very thing that assured that he got a conviction. Because that's why they was boarding shit up. They did the math, fam. Look, we got one cop that we swore that we gonna hold all these motherfuckers down if they keep these niggas in check for us.
Right.
We gotta throw him to the wolves because if not, we still gotta pay. We still like $4 billion short, nigga, in revenue, nigga, to fix the shit these niggas fucked up when the dude first died. Like, if we let this white boy get off, nigga, the way we did every other white boy, what the fuck? And the thing is, where it was fucking them up is, that's cool if y'all only do this shit in Minnesota. But they know with this internet shit, if all these young kids say, yeah, we out tonight, nigga, tonight we out there, you're going to have millions of kids all across the city and state.
Burning
and
shit down.
This is the kicker. They found out when George Floyd died the last time, like, it's not just our kids. Their kids are doing this shit too.
Yeah.
And they can't keep their kids in the house. And their kids is going out there getting arrested with Antifa and with this and with that. And then Black Lives Matter. And they were like, no, these are my kids. Because I seen a couple elected officials get mad because their kid had got roughed up.
Right.
Like, wait, this is my kid. Like
no, your kid don't get, like, yeah, now you got to see what your kid, yeah. Your kid get the same fucking treatment everyone else does. So if you think about that, bro, and I'm just thinking, like, I think they just threw him to the wolves. Like, well, fuck it, nigga, you got to take one for the team. We ain't tell you to lay on that nigga's neck for 9 minutes. You could have been more discreet about it. You could at least waited until y'all got him in the car to kill him like the rest of the motherfuckers do. You just wanted to be boastful, like, nah, I'm going to kill him in front of y'all. Nigga, you was rolling your eyes at people when they was telling you, like, yo, sir, he can't breathe. The EMT worker was just like, the fire worker was like, please, just give him CPR. He can't go nowhere. He's handcuffed. Fam, George Floyd didn't get justice unless those other 3 officers, nigga, get the same charge damn near the same time. They're not.
They got
other
to.
3 gonna get off.
No. Because one thing I respect about the district attorney's office, because they're getting pressure from this black man, is they actually tried the case, nigga.
Right. Yeah.
And one thing I noticed in the first trial, they was already setting grounds up, nigga, to hold the other ones responsible because all their experts testified. They all made sure to say not only was George Floyd on his neck, you had other 200-plus pound physical fit men
that didn't
from his torso.
Oh yeah,
and
holding
even
him
down to
yeah.
his legs. And the one martial artist dude was like, "Yeah, man, like to get choked out and you can't even squirm your legs. That's just fucking cruel and unusual,
that's brutal,
nigga.
Dog.
That's so brutal. That's like drown. That's like someone making you drown, but you can't move.
Right.
Like if you move, your whole family gonna die, nigga. We gonna drown you, but if you move 1 inch, we killing the whole family, and you just gotta sit there and die. Like, nigga, you know how hard that is? Your body's gonna move, nigga.
Your body gonna want to try and jerk it.
And now they calling that he was resisting. No, nigga, his body was going into convulsions, nigga, trying to fight for air. And like this black cop said on MSNBC, he's like, man, I started out a beat officer, worked my way all the way up to the FBI. You know what he said? He's like, you know why you don't see black cops doing this shit? He said, it's not because they're trained better. They have the same training. He said, but a black cop knows what the fuck is going on to them, what's going to happen to them if they accidentally kill a white girl or shoot a young white boy.
It's over.
Or if they just beat the shit out of an old white person.
You're going
that
to
happens
prison,
to be a World War
nigga.
II vet or some shit like that. They're going under the prison. Right there in Minnesota, a black officer, but it was an accidental shooting. He accidentally killed this white woman. They gave that nigga life damn near. Nigga. They put that nigga under the jail quick, nigga. He got arrested. Boom. They threw the book at him. He's in the same police department.
Right.
So we know, why don't black cops accidentally kill white people or get caught beating up white people and harassing white people?
Right.
Because they're going to jail. They will be held criminally responsible for it. That's not the way this shit is set up. It's not designed for them to do that.
Right.
And that's the problem we're facing. So when you got Keith Ellerson, nigga, the head, that's over all the law enforcement for the state, one thing I noticed is that the district attorney's office, they made several references to the other officers in their argument in who was responsible for George Floyd's death.
Right.
So I think they setting it up for them. They might not get as much time as old boy, but they getting some time, which I think they should get the exact time. Because if me and you go to get a burger right now and you see an op and was like, nigga, I told myself, nigga, if I ever see this nigga again, I'm shooting him.
Snuffing
and you just start dumping at this nigga out the window while I'm driving, and we get caught. So I'm getting the sale.
Yeah, unless you tell on me.
Fam, that's a myth. Even when I tell on your ass, nigga, they gonna throw me in jail and see if I know anything on anybody else since I'm willing to snitch. And if I don't, you might get out of jail in 40 years. I might get out in 38.
37 and a half.
37 and a half. Like, fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they do.
You know what they call this shit that they do in court when they sentence you to shit? Is when they break it into months. They do that shit to fuck with you, I think.
Right.
To make it sound so much worse. Because if you got like 3-4 years, they be like, you got 172 months. You be like,
fam,
nigga, how long is that?
Or fuck with you the other way. You be like, oh, nigga, that's just some months. Nigga, I can knock that off. Gorilla Black said he was sitting there when he got his 9-year sentence. He was like, I'm getting rap money. Got good lawyers. Got a label behind me. Yeah. Right?
So
they're not about to wash me. Even his lawyer was like, you ain't never been in trouble before, man. They're not about to wash you. You're practically a millionaire. You paying taxes like, nigga, you're a good guy. You just got in a little trouble. This is a white-collar crime. He was like, bro, this ain't no street shit. It's a white-collar crime. Like, nobody goes to prison for this shit for that long.
9 years, that nigga.
They had this nigga 9 years. And the thing is, his wife, he said his wife did something where she, like, either is like a banker. She's good with math. Like, nigga, it registered clear as fuck to her, nigga. Like, she knew exactly what he got. That nigga said he was like, turned around, he winked at her and shit. And he said, but he noticed, like, like, homegirl was holding her up. And she was crying, but he thought she was just, that's wifey. Nigga.
Now realize he got 9 years.
That nigga said he got back to the block, nigga. And some of the homies, Gorilla Black, what's up, boy? Niggas like, man, what's up, nigga? How much time they give you? He's like, oh, shit, nigga, nothing. I'll be out here in no time. They gave me blah, 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 however many months it was. And he got quiet, and he was like, they just looked at him and was like, damn, nigga, they what? They washed you? And another nigga on the bunk was like, fam, they gave you 10 years in this bitch? That nigga said he was like, man, come get on this domino hand or whatever. He said, wait, what'd you say?
So wait, what you said?
He said, nigga was like, son, you got 10 years, dog. 10 That's how many months that is. That nigga said he walked off and went to his cell and grabbed a pen and a pad. He's like, nah, I'm not the best math student. But that nigga said he started adding them up, nigga, by 12s, nigga, like. That nigga said he was sick. Because he said the fucked up part is, nigga, I'd have hugged my wife a little tighter. I'd have hugged, like, nigga, a decade, my nigga? Like, I'm out of here? The nigga did most of his time.
9 years.
You know what I'm saying? For a little bitty credit card ring that he had set up, nigga, just because he was making money, nigga, and doing all that.
It wasn't, no. You said little bitty. You know how many cars they caught him with?
In the scheme of, like, those type of crimes, his shit is considered little bitty.
That was a big
Bro, it's proven. It's hella people that have done way more than him, nigga. Way bigger, like, rings.
White folks or niggas?
People.
Because I know white folks, yeah, people. But they do it differently. But they're saying he got caught with 30,000 cards. There's $500 a card. It's a $20 million fucking. That's bad. That in. I mean, I guess not in white collar crime. It's not huge.
That's not a lot. That's not crazy.
But when you're looking at like normal everyday scammers, that's big. That's big for like
scammers.
But that's moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
You know, which is what they do. I mean,
Yeah.
but before we get off that,
30,000 card.
you know who Pat Robertson is, right?
Sounds familiar.
The old white dude from like the 700 Club.
Oh yeah, I saw that the interview of him and the taser.
Fam,
That shit, I saw you post that.
is hell not freezing over?
Yeah, because them niggas is the most anti.
Fam, is hell. When I seen that shit, I had to watch it like 10 times because I was like, man, what that bitch ass nigga say? I knew he said some shit. Like, so what'd he say? And then I kept like, nigga, wait a minute. Did he disagree with me? Like, is this a joke? Is it serious? Then I was like, man, it's over for the cops.
Yeah.
That's one of your strongest allies. I was just like,
That
bro.
nigga said, how you confuse? Because that's real. They weigh. One of them is literally a plastic ass gun.
Sam, you know what the realest thing he said to me was, enough is enough. I mean, like, why are you doing this to these people? Like, he don't even know, like, bruh, I don't like niggas either, but why y'all killing all these black people, nigga? Like, just leave them alone. Like,
or maybe we thought Paul Robeson didn't like niggas and he really never had a problem. He just sided with the wrong shit.
That motherfucker don't like niggas, and he don't like black people. I don't think he's a fan of black culture and the black inclusion of black people.
Your whole TV show is the 700 Club, so we're not really considered. We're not really part of that.
Man, I'm just saying. That's my whole.
I could agree with that.
That's my whole like.
We're not really in that. You know what I'm saying?
But it comes down to humanity. Like,
so, yeah,
fam, we can have biases and still be human. Like, fam, I don't like none of these niggas in the NFL. I feel like all them niggas should have like not played until Cap got a job. But I'm not realistically. I know I said this shit on this platform before, joking around.
Right.
I'm not wishing death and harm on niggas in the NFL. I'm not plotting to kill these niggas and fuck their kids' life off.
That they get injured on the field and shit.
Right. So it's just like, fam, you could. Hey, man, I'm not Mormon. I know Mormon people. Like, nigga, I don't have to like have nothing. It's the old adage, like, what you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can be damn near even racist. Like, you can be like, man, I don't really like black people. Right. Hey, that's your thing. Whatever. That don't mean you got to lynch black people. That don't mean you got to put black people in jail for 30 years for shit that nobody would go to jail for. So I think what he was just simply saying, he was probably even talking to all the white supremacists, like, bro, we part of the problem. Like, leave them niggas alone. They ain't fucking with us. Because the whole secret was like, oh, we got to get these niggas in check because they going to come for us. Or you got to beat these niggas up and check them because they're going to come rape your daughters. Right. Oh, they're going to come for your jobs. They're going to come take your neighborhood. And then white people, nigga, a couple hundred years after that is like, nah, I don't think they doing that.
I don't think any of that has ever happened.
Hey, fam, I think they just want to be left alone. like, because look, I told my mother this one day. I was like, Mom,
want to be left
like,
alone.
Mom, like, you don't think it's crazy that there's never been like a black racist gang that just kills white people on some racist shit? You don't think that's ever, given what black people went through in this country at the hands uniquely of white people? I'm not advocating for this shit. I'm just saying. You would think. At least, because if I was a white person, I would kind of be on edge too. Like, oh, these niggas gonna try to come and get their get back, right? we kind of was wilding, nigga. Like, but after like 200 years, you would just be like, and then you see motherfuckers being inclusive, like Elvis. What would Elvis's career be without black people? That's just a little rhetorical. No, I don't need an answer. Like, but when you think about this, the Rolling Stones and all these type of shit, when you think about blacks inclusion, nigga, the light, y'all don't like motherfuckers act like they don't like turning the light on and shit, nigga. They act like we don't use math every day. It's a lot of shit that black people have contributed to this world that we don't really get a lot of credit for. It's known and documented, but there's no like credit for it. Like, so because of that, you got motherfuckers right now living amongst us that think that white Americans taught us like culture and everything. Like, I've had white people in my life tell me that slavery was fucked up, but it was cool because at least we're not in Africa. They don't even know how racist that shit is to say to a black person.
Why wouldn't we want to be in Africa?
Like, motherfucker, we're from there. Like, why wouldn't we? We good over there. Like, nigga, it's not too hot for us.
Right.
Like, why would you be?
Fine.
We probably would be Gucci over there right now. Like, you don't know shit. I would love to be in Africa, nigga, but hopefully somewhere coastal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's those cultural, it's those, what they call them, microaggressions that you're expected to deal with every day as a black man.
Cultural ignorance.
Right. like it's okay for you to be for everyone to be ignorant about our culture
Culturally ignorant
and
is
our
alright.
contributions. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy is like the thing. There's so much that has happened since the last time
This nigga,
we've been on this platform. Like for instance, Jake Paul won another fight against a
You
non-boxer.
better stop playing with that white boy though,
He's fighting because he's still not validated.
nigga.
I validate you that you can beat up a professional athlete. You were
Okay.
validated there.
Okay.
You beat up a professional fighter. You are validated there. This nigga is registered.
world champion.
His hands are
Like-
registered. The dude you just knocked out.
He's smart though because he got the worst striker nigga
Right.
in UFC history.
Right.
Like,
Great. You can never out wrestle the nigga you knocked out, but you can outfight. You can outbox him. I can't. You beat a professional fighter. I give you that.
that fight looked weird to me, nigga. It looked a little.
Everybody's saying that.
It looked a little.
The nigga, did you see how pudgy he was around the middle?
He was wrong for that.
Absolutely wrong for that.
Got a nice little check too.
You saw Pete Davidson was giving it to that nigga Jake Paul. The man talking mad shit, dog.
Snoop said he bet $2 million.
But here, okay. So here's my thing about the Jake Paul thing. You're not validated. You're validated as an athlete. I give you that. You are validated as an athlete.
He's definitely an athlete.
I'll give him that. You're validated as an athlete. You're more athletic than me.
He's definitely more athletic than me right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for
not
sure.
not in your prime.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, but no,
Not
I'm not that
Akeem
guy.
on the basketball court.
I'm not that
Keem.
guy.
Not that Keem.
Right now, I don't want no
Right.
piece, nigga, and no athletic.
But if we're
feats,
talking
nigga.
22-year-old Keem, if you were his age, Keem,
Oh yeah, that's different.
right?
Like yeah, like
He still hasn't fought a boxer.
because the boxer is gonna knock
Beat
his ass out.
his whole
What
ass.
are you talking about?
Even one of a C
Hold on,
class
nigga,
fighter.
That ain't the. Oh,
in
you
the
want this nigga
boxing,
to tell
man.
people, nigga, like the way his magic trick worked before it. Nah, nigga, he not. Until we start saying that,
Right.
that's when he gonna be like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna do this reality show.
Because Teofimo wants to fight him. He don't want no parts of Teofimo, nigga.
Yeah, and the reason why is because
Teofimo
this the fucked up
beat
thing,
his
though.
ass, nigga.
Teofimo's in one of them slave contracts, nigga, with Bob Arum. He wants to fight him because, nigga, you'll make more money fighting him than you have winning a world title.
And you're also beat the dog shit out this kid.
Easy.
Mikey Garcia.
I don't think he could take a body shot from one of them cats in a real fight. Like, I don't think them body shots.
Mikey Garcia wants to fight him. Mikey Garcia's not under a slave contract. Mikey Garcia can fight who he wants.
Mike Garcia beat the shit out of his ass.
Mike Garcia's under a golden boy
I know.
contract who will let you fight
Yeah.
pretty much who the fuck you want.
He better stay away from Mikey.
Canelo Alvarez.
Nope.
And Canelo can fight who the fuck he wants, when the fuck he wants.
Fam, can you imagine if this nigga knocked out Canelo?
It would never.
I'd be weak,
He
though.
could never.
If he knocked out Canelo, though,
Mayweather.
what would that mean?
Mayweather could knock out Canelo, and Mayweather would beat the dog shit out of Jake.
Wait, you said Mayweather couldn't
No.
knock out?
And no, in that fight, he couldn't knock him out.
He didn't.
He couldn't
Dog.
in that fight.
But he also, like
But
he
I'm not
said,
saying that he
was
couldn't.
proving a point.
Yes.
Like, I'm just going to
But
stand
I'm not-
flat-footed and
I'm
walk
not-
this
I'm
nigga
not
down.
saying that he couldn't give him that picture-perfect punch and knock him the fuck out. Mayweather could do that.
It'd be a wear down. He wear
Mayweather
down.
could do that to anybody.
I feel what you're saying.
Early Mayweather could have knocked him out.
I feel what you're saying.
But his hands have been deteriorating for so long.
I get
He
you.
can't jab Judah Mayweather.
I get you.
Probably would have knocked Canelo out. It was a different fighter then. That nigga was looking to put you on your ass.
He's definitely fought Canelo out of his prime.
Right. So what I'm saying is, nigga, Canelo would dog walk. And it'd be a body punch. I guarantee he wouldn't want to knock you out in the face. That nigga's gonna come and, nigga.
But I think,
He gonna make you piss blood for a week, nigga. He gonna break your
let me
insides
tell you
up.
something. I
Canelo
think
don't like that nigga.
every professional boxer that we don't know of will be Jake Paul,
Will beat his whole ass.
in my opinion. But the hustle of entertainment, he's going to fuck around and end up getting a fight with somebody he has no business getting a fight with.
And win somehow.
And he's going to probably either win or show himself well enough to be taken serious as a boxer. You do that shit 2 times as young as he is,
Yeah.
nigga, you a boxer. Niggas will forget. But think, hold on real quick. Just hear me out on this. What is Brock Lesnar?
He's a WWE. Well,
I mean,
he's
think about
both.
it.
He's
No,
both.
think about it. I've seen this nigga do.
He's three.
Think about it.
He's a fucking national champion collegiate wrestler.
Okay, that's
He's
one.
a world champion professional wrestler, and he's a world champion MMA fighter.
And what about the WWF and all that shit?
That was number 2.
Okay.
The national champion, that was collegiate. Well, I mean, state champion high school, national champion
think about what I'm
collegiate, WWE, and then heavyweight champion in MMA.
So, Jake Paul, this is his WWF moment. He's building up popularity, branding ability, building up the gate. He's about, like you said, you get him in a ring, and it's smart. Don't just get him in a ring with a fighter like that right off the bat. But if you get him in a ring 2 more fights from now with a respectable pro.
Time out. You're comparing him to Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar fought reputable people from the gate in MMA.
Listen to me. I'm comparing him to Brock Lesnar in the WWF.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, that was Brock Lesnar one thing.
Hear
he
me
didn't
out.
want to be a fucking gimmick in MMA.
Hear me out.
He said, nigga, I'll fight
Well, what I'm saying is
any one of you niggas.
he can move into that space, and the fact that his buzz and what he can do for the gate will lend him opportunities. What he does with those opportunities is him.
Right.
One thing I'll say about him and his brother, they're hard workers, and I respect that. As an athlete, I respect niggas that's going to go get on the grind. You can't tell me that the nigga is just resting off his looks, nigga, and his popularity. He can make millions of dollars not doing sit-ups, not drinking soda, not nigga getting punched in the face by real pros and shit, nigga, in the training gym. He obviously wants to do this. He's obviously passionate about it, and he has some talent in the ring.
His brother Logan's finna get his ass whipped. I can't wait to see that fight.
Yeah.
He picked Mayweather.
Bro, Floyd about to whoop his ass. It just depends on if he's nice enough to Floyd doing the marketing to where Floyd knock him out.
How is it gonna happen to you? Is Floyd gonna beat you up for 12 rounds?
Yeah,
or is he gonna get you up out of there? Get you up out of there fast.
And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna get his ass whooped.
The promo.
Watching that Conor McGregor shit. A lot of people really think that Conor McGregor, he lost, but he hung in there for 10 rounds. No, he didn't. Floyd carried that nigga from the 4th round.
Mayweather allowed him to stay there for
he carried him. He was just carrying the fight. I seen it. Bro, this is the funny thing. I'm not a boxing expert, but I am somewhat of a knowledgeable boxing fan. When you see a little nigga like Floyd in a Mike Tyson high guard, nigga, walking down somebody that's 30 pounds heavier, nigga, and 2-3 inches taller, it's funny. I remember I was laughing, and I was watching with a lot of females, shout to Belinda, her and her homegirls and shit, we was all over there. And they was more just fans. So they was just kind of they couldn't. But I was sitting there laughing, and she was like, what's wrong? I was like, oh, this fight is over. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Floyd has decided he's getting this nigga the fuck up out of there, he's getting him the fuck up out of there. And you can see it in Conor's face when Floyd started actually punching that nigga.
Changed his whole demeanor.
He looked at him. And it's the funny thing about the truth after an ass whooping. And this is going to segue me into something else that y'all want to know if you watched. Right in the heat of battle, after the battle, if you go back and look at it, when he's in his dressing room, Conor McGregor gave Floyd all the glory. He said, that motherfucker's a beast, man. He said, I've never been in a ring with anybody that can change that like that. He said, he changed it. He changed 3-4 times. 3-4 times, he just changed his whole fight plan right there on the fly. He was marveling at it. The next day, he don't hit that hard, nigga, I'll whoop his ass. I ain't mad. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But in that moment, he kept it real.
In your humble moment, we seen what it was.
What's up with Bosco and what's his name, nigga?
Aren't they? Yeah, but who's Bosco about the box?
Gonzo.
Who is Gonzo?
Gonzo from he used to be kind of Outlaws affiliate with Pac. They already boxed.
Who won? I didn't see it.
Snoop called it a draw. It was on Triller.
Oh, it was on that fight card?
It was on Triller, hey, fam.
I tuned in
I'm
too
not
late.
gonna lie. We need more of this. At first, I wasn't a fan of this shit. I'm like, man, get this shit out of here. This shit gonna be whack.
It's better than motherfuckers shooting each other.
Fam, we need more of this. And what we need to start doing, and Snoop was on to something. Mm-hmm. Snoop was on to something because he said it. He's like, man, we coming to a city near you, guns down, gloves up. And so you got all these niggas that be beefing with the ops on the internet and for their social medias, right? So we know who your beef is.
So because imagine
so now niggas are gonna call you out. You talking all that chopper shit.
Imagine Quando Rondo and
hold on. You calling all that chopper shit out. You talking about what you gonna do
King
and it's
Von
beef this. No, you're
boxing
right.
match.
It's beef this. It's beef that. You saying all these things. Okay. Well, now you rapping about this nigga. What you gonna do to him? You saying all this and that. Well, now it's go time. We gonna be in your city. We're calling you out like nigga, y'all two nigga pick up the gloves. Who want it? What's up? Y'all gonna get paid. Money's gonna go to charity also, and your following is gonna go up. Right. The thing I liked about it is Gonzo and Bosco honestly didn't like each other. They was really talking shit to each other, and it could have went left anytime. When they decided to do it, they handled it like professionals, like G's. They did their promotion. They didn't act like they were so mad at each other where they couldn't be around each other and fucked up the bag. They got through the bag. They went in there talking shit like, "No, I'm gonna serve you. I'm gonna do this." They went in there. They threw some fire blows at each other. Nigga, they respected each other because neither one of them quit. They both was throwing. They both took into their training. And then it's, you know this, nigga. It's not 3 rounds in any boxing match, nigga, is hard, nigga. I don't give a fuck what. That's like running
5-minute rounds.
That's like running
nigga.
a 5K. You know what I'm saying? That's like you just
3-minute rounds.
That's
fuck
like
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's like you just ran a little 5K or something. You gonna feel the same way.
I've just swung my arms for a minute straight, being one of them drills.
Just bag work, nigga, for like 45 seconds. You'd be like, ew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, form be all untight and shit.
Shoulder hurts.
Right. So that the mutual respect was there. And then afterwards, they kind of met up. They do a live and shit. You can tell they was talking shit to each other now the same, even more so. But it was almost like 2 homeboys talking shit. And then afterwards, nigga Gonzo was like, "Bro, man, get at your boy." He was like, "No, most definitely, nigga. I'll fuck with you, nigga. I am." Just like when we was kids, nigga, when you might have to be at odds with a nigga on the playground or something, but y'all get into a little tuss, nigga, a little tuffle. And then after that, nigga, y'all be the best of friends and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It happens, bro.
Dog, I don't know
you
how.
You can't do that if you shoot somebody.
I don't know how I go from that to this, but it just popped in my head. So you know how I be playing the Grand Theft Auto shit, do the role playing shit and all that shit, right? So I found myself yesterday, technically 2 days ago, Sunday, playing Dr. Phil to a relationship that had blossomed between 2 people in a role-playing server that I'm in that crossed over from the game into real life. Now, this is crazy. So, we got into like a whole shootout with the cops, right? We laying the cops down left and right, nigga. So, we go on the run. They trying to give niggas life sentences. We'll do wop. They take one of our homegirls, because we in the Bloods or whatever, take our homegirls to prison. So, we kidnapped the police chiefs.
Wait. Pause. You're in the Bloods in this game?
Yeah.
Like the gang, the Bloods. Yeah. Hey, man. Shout out to the Bloods and the Crips, man. One of y'all, whoever is the leader, get at your boy Akeem, man. Like, I would love to manage y'all.
Anyway, so they take the homegirl to jail, right, for being affiliated because of what we're out doing. Shit nothing to do with it. So we fake kidnap the police chief's girlfriend, right?
That's wild.
And because she agrees to be in on it. So it plays out. The police chief basically doesn't even give a fuck about her. They don't set up a drop off point, exchange, nothing.
So they get him a new one.
So she has me kill her, and she's like tight. Like she's literally like tight. Like and you can tell she's not just tight in the game. You can tell like she's like real life tight. So we play it out or whatever, end it, kill her. Then we find the cops, kill them. That's the end of it, right? So that was Saturday. Okay, fast forward to Sunday. She's hitting me in this thing called Discord. It's like this little chat thing or whatever that everybody's in with these little fucking role plays. And she's like telling me like, I'm still confused about what happened yesterday, blah, blah, blah. She's like, can I call you on the Discord? I'm like, all right, go, whatever. Fuck it. So she calls me, and proceeds to tell me like how like he's been on her hella aggressive and he's taking it outside of the game, talking about he gonna fly her out and they gonna be in a real relationship, all that shit. And I'm like,
The nigga from the game.
yeah, and I'm like, y'all niggas is
Bro,
like
I told you a long time ago, you the only real weird, non-weird motherfucker.
non-weird
Like,
nigga
that shit,
in there.
I watch you play this shit. That you, them niggas that be your friends on there.
Wild, right?
There is some wild niggas,
and I be
man.
I be the most regular nigga feeling like
You just trying to play a game.
yeah, bro.
I be hearing
like,
the shit that they be mad about and shit. I be like, yo, like these niggas take this shit
way too seriously.
This is their life, man.
This is real life.
They be
right
mad
here.
when
This
you be
is-
like, yo, I'm about to record
shit
this
is-
podcast. I get at
They
y'all
do.
later. Like, nigga, what?
You heard
Like-
yeah, bro. I'm gonna do some real life shit. Like I play the game when I got time.
Fam.
Like earlier right now before you came, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get off. I'm about to do the podcast. Oh, we know you ain't coming back tonight. And if I don't, I don't, nigga.
Like, nigga, we might get done at 2, 3 in the morning. It be like that when you running your own company, nigga, and doing shit.
But it just be like it's motherfuckers is taking this shit too serious for me now, bro.
Starting to make you feel a little uncomfortable, huh?
Very.
Because you don't go as hard in the paint as them, nigga.
Very. Because back when we were growing up, say that all this shit was possible, we would look at a nigga real funny if he developed a relationship with a girl off a role-playing video game.
Yeah,
that's
back when we was growing
that's
up, nigga,
real weird. That's
it was
nerdy,
weird.
strange, Joe.
Instagram would have been weird as fuck when we was teenagers.
Yeah, bro. None of OnlyFans.
Fam.
You was a pervert if you was in a bitch OnlyFans like that. The world is changing, bro. Video games are changing. The world of video games
That
is
shit done
changing.
changed, my nigga.
Nigga can't even just role play out of reality for a video game anymore. Niggas that made that shit real life.
Was it you that said that? Somebody was like, man, sad thing is, it's a 13-year-old right now, 12-year-old that they're saying something along the lines of like in the next 20 years or something like that. The average 16-year-old ain't gonna know what a real ass feel like.
Yeah,
That's crazy, fam.
they're not.
I hope that's not right. I hope that's not right.
You know, smack something that's hard like silly putty.
Like just a real thick girl that's like got ass and body and shit naturally. Like
I ain't gonna lie, y'all girls will
they
get
need to sue these
that
other
shit
bitches for
done.
copyright infringement.
That shit's ugly. It's not cute. I don't feel like that shit's attractive at all.
What, fake ass? Fake
Yeah,
titties?
because they don't get the fake titties is fine because you can make that look
And
presentable,
I mean, what really can you do with titties anyway?
right? But the ass, when the legs don't make an ass out of itself, it's just leg. Then
When that shit be
Shelf.
chicken wing on the side. Cause what they forget to do is add something to the
to
thighs.
the thigh, you can't
Like, fam,
just
you
add
can't
it
have
to
the
the
same.
ass. Come
man.
on, you got thigh and make it bland, bitch. It's like
Why don't they add nothing to the thigh? Nigga, you ever seen a bitch with a skinny ass leg, nigga, and like a Nicki Minaj
nah.
ass?
Do you know
on it?
why? Because I don't think the muscle connects right there like that.
You can throw something in there.
Because I think the way it goes is like where your ass and your thigh connect, it's like the cutoff for each muscle. The thigh muscle cuts off and the glute cuts off
I
right
have
there.
no clue, nigga. I'm not even gonna lie.
So
to you.
there's nowhere to inject fat into a muscle because there's no muscle right there to make it blend. You feel what I'm saying? So if you put it to the thigh, you might just make that crease worse because you can't add nothing to the crease. I think that's what it is.
I still say put a little bit in the thigh, nigga.
I just think because right here,
Just from perception, like, you know what I'm saying?
right? I don't know.
So when you walking from the front, be like, oh, she thick. Like, but when you walk from the front, you be like, nigga, what is that sticking out of her pants?
and then turn around and it's just
Hella ass. Like, oh, okay, she went and got that.
When's the last time you ever been to Miami?
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to
It's
Miami?
been too long.
Yeah, every bitch there is.
Yeah, but I remember
Worked
back
off.
then, it was like that. Like,
Dr. Miami, you out there killing the game. Nigga, they go to
all the
Miami
knockoffs.
just to get work, though. Yeah, all the knockoff Dr. Miamis. Motherfuckers wilding the fuck
But-
out.
man, it's like that in the city in the summertime. Because a lot of them DR chicks go to the DR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Them cheap DR surgeries. Keep doing. Okay, keep on with them cheap ass surgeries.
That's just the thing, though. Some people say, depending on where you go, and
It's
where you
better.
go, it's better, cheaper. It's
They
not
say
much
some Mexican
capitalism
surgeries are better.
involved. And some of them you can't get over here. I'm not even talking just cosmetic. Joe Rogan be talking about that a lot. With stem cell. You can get stem cell everywhere else damn near except for America. It worked too good for
Don't
America.
get me started on America, man. I get exhausted just thinking about how dumb this country is.
Just dumb smart.
Smart dumb.
Yeah.
It's, you know how fucking terrible it feels to be the smartest dumb country on the planet?
Yeah, I do. I do, man. Racism is the root of all of America's problems. That's why other nations are caught up with us. Because once they get over like classism, there is no like immediate barrier. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not mad. There's no Asian American Asia and Black American Asia. Nigga, it's just Asians in Asia. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So that's why nations like that, it's lack of discrimination. And that lack of discrimination, man, sometimes leads to advancements. I think if America wants to really be the country it says it is, watch what happens when we get rid of and eradicate like true systemic racism. Shit gonna take off. Because some of our most talented are like underfunded, underprivileged, being snuffed out. Fam, this nigga Trayvon was in aviation school at 18. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas doing at 18 years old, but I was definitely not training to fly a plane. They made him look like a straight thug.
Just having my first kid at 18.
Huh?
I was having my first kid at 18.
Shit, nigga. That ain't flying. I mean, I'm not comparing them, but nigga, that ain't flying a plane.
No, I mean, I
That's
wasn't.
like
You asked what I was doing at 18. I wasn't doing
I'm not
no.
just saying it for Trayvon. I just think that you're at 18. You're an exceptional kid.
I wasn't.
If you make the decision like
I wasn't. No, that's what I mean. I wasn't doing anything exceptional.
Right.
I had my first kid at 18. I wasn't doing no crazy.
Shit.
Like, I mean, that was a good big thing, but I'm just saying
just
that
be light about it.
it wasn't no.
Like, look at me. I'm doing this. Like, yeah, I get you. It's just crazy, fam. It's crazy. Sony Music, man.
What about it?
Sony Music just purchased a company called AWOL Records.
Mm.
Do you know what AWOL stands for?
Not to the company. I know what it stands for in general.
Right. So, AWOL Records stands for, and get this, drum roll, please.
All white something.
Artist
without
a label. So when you hear cats be like, yo, I'm independent, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing that, you got to be careful. And then you hear other cats be like, yeah, these niggas think they independent, they not even independent.
They just AWOL.
Fam, you got majors buying indies and underground labels and shit, nigga, just for the appearance because they know that you don't want to fuck with them.
Right. They force you to fuck with them.
If you're signed to AWOL, you are now signed to Sony.
Just don't sign to nobody. Just
Isn't that crazy though?
Distribute your shit by yourself.
That's
you can
crazy.
you
fam.
can avoid all types of shit like that because of course the music companies jumping on that bandwagon. They're losing a lot of money due to independent like shit like United Masters and fucking
shout out United Masters.
Dat or DistroKid.
We got a page on it. We got an app on there too. We own United Masters.
Are we? Since when?
Since I did the thing, I just never because you know we went on our hiatus, nigga. I just never sat with you so we can start uploading shit up there.
God damn, it's another place we gotta upload shit.
Yeah, but at least they take. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Dog, I'll get it edited. You can upload it.
Yeah, facts. No, I got you. It's not about that. That's why I bought that gaming computer.
Do you see my face? Do you see my face? That's how you know how I feel about what you just told me. Do you see
Hey,
I feel good
fam,
about
real
what
talk,
you just told me, but the
that's
worst
why
that I
I'm
felt.
gonna be honest with you, fam. That's why I ain't even rushed to tell you, like, hey, yo,
there's a little delay.
hey,
in
nigga,
the
we got
things that
another
we're watching right now.
another platform.
I see a fast one. I can see like the normal real time one, and then the delay one. So if you just saw saw what my face looked like. Then when you saw my eyes, was like,
that's why I was like, man,
this nigga this added. I took the workload way down, and you just added at least 40% of it back with that United Masters shit.
But yeah, it's some goodies though to it, cause they do a lot of leg work on their ends. Only thing we really got to decide if we want to go for the whole thing, nigga, or the 70, that 20, 80, 20.
Who gets 80? Who gets 20?
We get 80. Shit.
Well, I guess fucking be on the lookout for us on United Masters. I'd sound more excited about it, but all I heard was more work.
You hear about Spotify now? They trying. Joe was going in on them because he's like, oh, now they want to pay people. They want to do it now. They doing paid subscriptions. Like, so that we get on there, we decide to go over to Spotify, put our shit on, and it kind of how we was with Flea, like niggas could just drop in money and shit like that,
Right.
and do a little like basically they coming for OnlyFans.
Whitney Jackson was handing. Viewer out there.
I know that ain't my boy. What's it good with you, Ness Boogie Woogie Woog? What's up, nigga?
Is that Ness? Why
Yep.
is his name Whitney?
Cuz, nigga. I think that's a hard name for a dude.
Is that his real name?
I'm gonna tell you right now. My nigga Whitney, and I got a homeboy named Jasmine. Nigga, rest in peace. I'm not
No,
resting.
that's.
Shit.
Hold on.
I ain't mean to. I just killed. Hold on, nigga. I just killed off my
let
nigga.
me knock with you on that one. God
Jazz,
damn,
I'm sorry,
bro.
my nigga. Shit.
Let's not do that again.
I didn't mean. I love you, boy. I didn't mean to do that.
Are you sure Frank Lucas is dead too?
Nah, I ain't killed off Lucas, nigga. I remember because I was like, damn, ain't nobody sad Frank died.
Because I don't remember hearing about that
No,
one.
I'll pull it up.
Because you might have just killed Frank off, nigga.
That nigga lost all credibility like that
Right.
with that son, nigga. Like,
That nigga said, is that his real name? Yeah, I didn't know that was your real name. That's this nigga could have. If he would have never called you out, I would have never put that together. He did you like that. You would have been Ness forever.
I mean, my nigga wasn't hiding it. My nigga, that's his
I'm not
name.
saying he was, but I'm just saying this nigga didn't come up to me first time he met me like, "What's
Oh,
up, dog?
yeah,
My
yeah,
name Whitney, nigga."
Right, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, nigga. I think that shit's hard for a guy, nigga.
He said in school they called me shitney. I'm done with blood.
He's stupid, yeah.
I'm done with this nigga, bro. Oh shit, I should bring that nigga on.
See what he doing. That's Bug. What's good? You available? Hey, nah, man, my nigga, first time you come on this show, you gotta come sit down with us, man. Burn it down. Do it right. You know what I'm saying?
I can bring him right on right now.
Hit him. What he good? See what he do. If he want to. I just ain't want to throw my nigga on the spot. I don't know what he doing.
So that's how I learned to fight.
Word? I ain't mad at him. Yeah, nah, nigga. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but man, I guess shout out to Sony, shout out to AWOL Records. I think that shit's wild though. And all you niggas pay attention to that. You got major labels buying indies and not trying to tell nobody and shit.
Oh, he said he's indisposed right now.
For sure. See my boy LaMelo Ball might be about to be making a return.
Well, I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
it ain't gonna be a fucking secret. Shout out to the boy Ness. Prayers up to a speedy recovery. Get you up out that hospital, my nigga.
Oh, Bug.
Yeah, I was gonna
Damn.
keep it a secret, but he posted it in the comments. It ain't.
Well, no, he ain't true.
I wasn't gonna put it,
Damn.
but it's in the comments.
Yeah, actually, I was listening to a little bit of that shit, man. When I was in the shower. Pause.
If it's as good as that
That
first
Corday,
one, it's
yeah.
gonna be. It
It's
should be
like a
dope.
little
That first
4-pack.
one's hard.
It's a little
Oh, it's a
4-pack.
little
It's just a
EP,
little
huh?
4 EP. It's nice though. All the he rapping on all them shits. I just ain't really get to dig into it. I like Corday though. And what y'all think about him separating from his little rap crew? I think it was a good move, nigga. And
I
I'm
don't feel
normally
like-
not
I don't feel
one to
like-
say that.
I don't feel like separated what, nigga. There was a couple niggas that could rap, and Corday's the star, nigga. Like,
Well, you know how they started, right?
yeah, they're like me and my niggas playing video games.
And then they, yep, and
YBN
then-
was a video game thing,
and then they just started, nigga.
started
They all
rapping
rap,
and shit.
and then they started.
But
yeah.
Corday's the star, just like you got
yeah,
TDE. TDE's got a lot of talent in it, but who's the front runner in TDE?
Reason.
Be real. Who's the front runner in TDE?
What?
When you think of TDE, who's the first name you're always gonna come to? It's two people, but the one is always Kendrick, nigga.
Reason. No,
Quit
I'm playing,
playing.
nigga.
Same with Dreamville.
K Dot. That's facts.
Dreamville, who you gonna think of first? It's all types of talent in Dreamville, nigga. Every artist in Dreamville is talented,
That's a fact.
but you're gonna say J. Cole because he's the head of the snake.
Cold world, no snuggie.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. You ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? You not lying. But
Yeah, Corday outgrew the fuck out of them niggas because Corday's
nigga's
the
dating,
real
nigga.
talent.
Naomi, nigga. You ain't got time to be fucking around with YBN.
Yeah,
Neymar,
Corday's the real talent. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was like the old school, like the Temptation groups back in the day. If the lead singer left, usually it was a rap. That was the talent. YBN Corday was the lead singer of YBN. He left.
I don't think the nigga left. That nigga was just like, yeah, bro. I'm just
Or not left, they
I'm not
disbanded.
fucking with y'all no more.
The main YBN nigga disbanded it. Corday wasn't the main. It was.
I know, but what you gonna say, nigga, when you get left holding
nigga.
your dick, nigga?
But I'm the
And
nigga.
all the talent
Leave
left.
me. Bye, nigga. You canceled, nigga. You.
And nigga, you see who I'm with, nigga? I'm at the U.S. Open, bro. I don't got time to be in y'all little bullshit studio sessions, nigga. I'm in there doing songs with J. Cole.
Paul Pierce getting fired by ESPN. Somebody said it best.
That nigga shouldn't have got fired.
But somebody said it best. Somebody said he was probably sick of not being able to be Paul Pierce the truth anymore. And that was him just finally being like, nigga.
Nah, man, because I think he could have did. He could have been the Paul Pierce the truth. He just fucked up live streaming and shit, smoking weed.
No, I think that's what he wanted to do, though. I think he didn't want to be under the suit and tie contract anymore.
Okay.
I think he just wanted
to be
Paul.
There with it, I'm gonna go
somebody
here with
said
it.
that.
If you go in there with it,
he just wanted to
if
be
they
Paul
go in there
Pierce
with
now
it,
and be the
I'm going.
nigga
You're right.
from Cali.
If they go in there, if they go in there with it, I'm gonna go here with it. That makes sense if Paul is like, you know what? Let me get on Triller or something. Let me get on one of these joints where I get my own. Hold on, where I get my own space, and I could do it. Akeem and not necessarily what we doing, but I can have some bitches rubbing my back right here smoking.
I don't think,
and it's not Disney.
But I don't think he wants to do that anymore. I think he just wants to be Paul Pierce now.
Fam, he definitely wants to get paid a few $1 million a year and travel and just talk basketball.
But I think he can do that. Well, like you said, with somebody
and with
else.
A lot of these niggas,
you might be right. But
I'm telling you right now, a lot of the niggas I know that made it to the league, a lot of niggas I know, especially the niggas that's household names that I know that was in the league 10, 15 years. A lot of them tell me all the time, Shorty, you know why I coach? Shorty, you know why I'm playing in the G League? Shorty, you know why I'm doing this? To get the fuck out of the house. These niggas don't. They be strangers in their house, fam. And then to just get dropped back off on your family.
I think with Paul Pierce, I feel maybe he's just sick of the ESPN tight grip on his life.
They could have had like some contract disputes and things like that, and where it's like, you know what? Let me show these niggas.
I can't.
Let me show these niggas I'm the truth, and I don't give a fuck about
Or he's sick
them.
of not being able to live stream what he does in his life like that. Like, what you mean I can't live stream, get my back rubbed while getting a fade? And
I mean, he wasn't
weed?
getting head or nothing.
Right?
Like,
why can't I live stream?
He wasn't doing coke. He didn't do nothing illegal. The whole shit was legal.
I wasn't degrading women because these women are getting paid to do what the fuck they want to do.
Are they not getting paid and they just want to be here?
Right. And if I paid them, like I said, I called a reputable business for this. They might be clothed entertainers, nigga. It might not be illegal what you know what I'm saying? He might not even have called a brothel or anything. He might have called a fucking entertainment company.
I just almost had some shit that damn near get us canceled, nigga.
I'm glad you didn't.
Me too. Shit, boy. I'm a little too comfortable over
At the end of the day, that's a nigga from Inglewood. Exactly, nigga.
That's you not lying, man.
Like I said, and you're signed to Disney, I'm cool, bro. That pretty much means you can't do shit.
Which is ironic because Disney is foul in the motherfucker.
As fuck.
You got one of the most foulest histories and shit. Walt Disney was a sick man.
Very.
We wild kind of for the way we fuck with Disney.
Well, it's because now they're trying to right the wrongs.
I just mean like, nigga, I got Disney Plus at the house right now. Be sitting right down with McCoy watching shit.
How about? I mean, I didn't really even watch basketball this year. I ain't gonna cap.
But you see my Lakers shorts.
I was keeping interested.
I'm still Dub Nation, man. You know, it's still Warriors gang. But I got some cold ass nigga hardwood classic Lakers shorts, nigga. Cause when Bron didn't win this chip,
Steph's out there looking so clean.
Steph the MVP, man. There,
Do you know what I wish? You know what I wish?
Steph
I wish
is the
LeBron
fucking
and them wouldn't have went and got the players that they got this year. Because I'm getting so sick of that buying a team narrative. Like they couldn't have won it without these niggas. I wish I know why they did it. It's a great move. It's not buying a team. It's solidifying a good team into the fucking playoff run you're about to have.
It's taking your backup point guard, which is Rajon Rondo, and getting the younger version of him, which is Dennis Smith.
Smith Jr.
Not what's his name?
Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder. And
then you go get Andre Drummond.
You get Andre Drummond and Montrezl Harrell to replace
But
Joel Embiid.
We're buying a championship. But niggas weren't saying the same shit about your Dubs when they did it.
The Bulls bought a championship now. Like, everybody buys championships.
I'm not saying niggas is buying champ. I wasn't saying like your Dubs.
No, I know that.
Because
I'm just saying
Durant
that, like,
came there. You guys didn't
that's
see
how
Durant.
Right.
Durant wanted to come.
The only
to
free
the
agent
Dubs.
nigga the Dubs added was Durant. Nigga, everybody else was homegrown.
And like
nigga.
I said, you didn't
they drafted they big three.
You didn't go seeking Durant. Durant came seeking.
That nigga was like, yo, I gotta get this monkey off my back. That's why niggas is sleeping on how much pressure Kevin Durant has, nigga, when it actually comes to getting on this motherfucking.
Because niggas can't tell me Durant was the reason they won them chips, nigga. They were winning chips before this nigga.
Hey, yeah, Ness. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I'm waiting for that. And the thing is, Ness,
Are the Knicks actually doing good right now?
Yeah, I gotta keep it a buck. Ness. This pains me because anybody that knows me, that has ever talked hoop with me in the last 10 years, they'll tell. I've always said it. Kyrie is a dog. I love watching that nigga hoop. The way he handles the ball is amazing. I don't want him on my team.
Who?
Kyrie.
Yeah, nah.
And then I've always said it. I've always like KD is a bucket. Can't nobody guard that nigga. All time teams, nigga. He could be on any one of them. He ain't my guy though. And James Harden was like, I just need him to see him play half that way, nigga, in the playoffs when it matters.
Nigga, I was the same way.
I don't like the fact that all three of them niggas is on the Brooklyn Nets. I don't believe the Brooklyn Nets is going to win a championship.
I was the same way when we got Iverson,
but
nigga.
It hurts me because you see them new jerseys we got?
Yeah. I loved Allen Iverson, but I thought he was a great ball handler. He's my favorite individual player. Did I ever want him on my Pistons? Absolutely fucking not.
I ain't
nigga.
gonna lie.
I could have lived without him.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. I was AI crazy, nigga. I would have took AI on any team. He can be on any team for me.
At the point when we got him, though? No.
No, because y'all wasn't all the way bought in either. Like, if you was going to get him at that point, you definitely can't be asking him to come off the bench, nigga, and doing all that other mentoring shit. He wasn't. He was
that wasn't Iverson.
Nah, that wasn't Iverson then. He was in his Carmelo, nigga, they trying to cut me out the league stage. Like, nigga, I still got it. Like, I'm going to go for 30, nigga.
Which
like, you know what I'm saying?
He still did.
He did, but not in that system. You feel me?
Nope.
Like, you needed a point guard. You needed a Chauncey Billups type point guard.
Well, yeah, because Detroit's system was built on a five-man team with a deep bench. It wasn't built on an individual superstar. Our championship teams never were.
And AI tried to fit in, but that wasn't your game, nigga. Like, you didn't get your bones off that.
You needed to be out there putting up 30 shots a game because, nigga, that was how you scored.
Hey, man, all 33 points ain't equal. I'm going to tell you something about Kevin Durant, fam. He's a cheat code in the fact that because he's 7'1", he just got measured. Now, he's 7 feet 1 inch.
He's gained an inch now.
Right?
He keeps getting bigger.
He has, I know, right? This nigga has the wingspan of a 7'8" nigga, right? He has the skill set of any two guard we've ever seen, right? He can handle the ball. He can shoot with the best of them, mid-range, all three phases. Kevin Durant is the type of nigga that if you look at that's why, in my opinion, he stole a Finals MVP from Steph Curry. Because Steph damn near averaged a triple-double and came up clutch in the last 2 games of the series that they needed to clinch when Kevin Durant went, nigga, like he can sometimes do, nigga, just went, nigga, a miss, and we ain't seen him, like he wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
But because Kevin Durant, is such a sexy basketball player, he's tall, he's lanky, nigga, and it's like, oh my God, he only shot the ball 17 times and he has 30 points. Like, he's super efficient. He's gonna make all of his free throws nothing but net. Right. He gets afforded like a certain credibility. If Kevin Durant don't win a championship in the next 2 years, nigga, that's gonna look worse than him going to the Warriors, nigga, after they beat him. Mm-hmm. He had that Warriors team down 3-1 and went and joined them. And he got the Finals MVP because he averaged more points a game than Steph. But his only job on the court was to score. Right. Steph was facilitating. The whole offense runs through Steph. Steph averaged 27, nigga, 8 and 7. How the fuck Steph Curry averaged more rebounds than you, nigga, in a final series? Like, you're 7-1. See, we can say that, oh, it's sexy. He's 7'1". Nobody's ever been that nice and tall. But why is LeBron expected to rebound, nigga, defend more, nigga, and do all the little? LeBron guards all 5 positions. You 7'1". Why you not guarding all 5 positions?
Right.
Why don't you average more motherfucking rebounds and block shots as a 7-footer? Like, it's just one of those things, man. People don't really question. It's because of his perception. He's gotten away with that. I'm looking at this Nets team, son, like, in the playoffs, in a 7-game series, LeBron and them is going to lock y'all shit down. James Harden don't ball in the playoffs.
There's teams in the East that are going to be locking that shit down.
Right, because I'm like, fam, what's going to happen is they're going to slow the game. It's just like what this is how LeBron got a chip off the Warriors. He's a basketball savant. That nigga was playing back. He's pulling the ball to the court, and he realized, oh, okay, what's the weakest link to this fucking juggernaut? Ironically, the weakest link was actually, nigga, the spirit ahead.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, nigga, as good as he is, nigga, and as smart as a defender he is, and how much heart he has and works hard, he's just not built to be a great defender in the NBA. It's nothing he can do about it. You can play good defense, and he'll make savvy plays and shit like that, but if you make him guard every play down the court, nigga, with some nigga that's 3 inches and 20 pounds heavier than him trying to score on him, it's going to wear him out on the other end. Right. So when you Kyrie and you got to dance on everybody to get your shit off, let's see how you dance, nigga, when LeBron and nigga is running that pick and pop, nigga, or running that screen and roll over and over and to get you to get you in a matchup where Anthony Davis is throwing his fucking forearm in your chest, nigga, and you got a decision to make. Get ran over by LeBron, or just run into Drummond or Anthony Davis over and over, or the other boy Martrez over and over and over again.
I don't know if a lot of you've ever ran into a solid screen.
Hey man,
that shit takes the air out of you a little bit every time you do it.
Who's
nigga?
Gonna guard? I'm just saying. That's why him and Schroeder got into it. I followed this nigga way before Schroeder got on the Lakers. Schroeder guards Kyrie very well because he's taller than him. He's just as quick and he's physical. And he's not a star, so where if Kyrie crosses him over, he don't lose stock.
Right.
He can actually go out there and honestly guard that nigga. And I seen it. That game that they beat him, like, nigga, and Kyrie got kicked out. Kyrie was frustrated. And then Kyrie started trying to play physical with him, and it's like, nigga, you too little. And he was talking to him. So then he just got mad that he used the N-word. Like, and stormed off the court. I'm like, bro, KD ain't been able to play 10 straight games without getting hurt.
Yeah.
James Harden ain't going to be back till the playoffs. And he sucks in the playoffs. Fam, I'm just saying. What they going to do when nigga with Philly, them Philly boys, coached by Doc Rivers, in a physical Game 7? Who guarding Steph Curry?
Right.
Like, not Kyrie. And I'm just saying, I'm just looking at it. When you go through, like, they struggle, dog. They don't really got a real big man, so that means KD going to have to play down in the post a little bit. Nigga, that's lunch meat. And I remember LeBron's record against Kevin Durant before that nigga played for the Warriors. In the playoffs. It was
good.
In the playoffs and in the regular season.
Good.
So, I don't know. It's interesting, man. We're going to see about that one. What COVID shit? You mean like the vaccine? Or like he got COVID?
They're saying that he contracted COVID at some point. But right now, it's speculation.
Yeah, it's a lot of speculation, man.
Autopsy.
That's all you can do. Nigga, autopsy might come back where this motherfucker could die of a brain aneurysm, nigga, with a perfectly healed body. I just seen my nigga on Drink Champs. I'm not going to say that X was doing crack like that. Right. But when you have the reputation that he has,
it's easy to get that off.
That's what you're going to get off, and it's going to make money, and it's going to circulate. And I'm just saying, like, and if he did, so what, nigga? We lost a legend, but I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? They still ain't no word on Shock G passing?
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him.
When is that nigga service? Are y'all going to go?
Of course we are. We just don't know when it is yet.
All right.
And we don't know where it is. We don't know if it's going to be in Florida where he passed at or if it's going to go to Oakland. Hopefully it's in Oakland so niggas can go.
Rest in peace, Shock, man. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. If it's Oakland, I might tell along with you niggas and get my little G pass on. Nigga, we Digital Underground fam over here, boy. It's the shit that you don't take advantage of when you real fan. Cause we definitely never tried to get this nigga on our platform or nothing.
And I could have
easily put in that call and like, yo, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
It'd have been nothing to get Shock. Shock would have got on the show so fast for me if I'd asked him to. And and that's another, like, I never even thought about that till you just said it. Now I feel hella dumb about that.
Nah, bro, we was getting out the mud. We doing our own shit. But I feel you. That's just that wasn't niggas relate. Your relationship wasn't.
It wasn't favor based, so I would never.
Which one you think he got? And that's because I got that Johnson and Johnson over here, my nigga.
And he ain't been right since.
For the strong, only for the strong, my nigga, not for the weak. You
he
feel
ain't
me?
Been right. Don't
you get that Johnson
don't
Johnson,
sugarcoat
boy.
it. Tell these niggas
you get that
you
Johnson
ain't been
Johnson,
right
my
since.
nigga. You guys to be a little gangster.
Tell him
Walk
you
through.
keep it real with our listeners. You ain't
what
been
I'm saying?
right since, nigga.
I'm back though.
I almost want to tell your story as a fucking PSA, nigga. Don't fuck with these. I wouldn't fuck with these vaccines if I was y'all.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I don't even think my shit was from the vaccine though. Honestly, because when I tracked it down and really got into it, the shit had started happening before. What I will say is with the angst of like the vaccine and the callback at the time and all that shit, that definitely put like for the anxiety aspect of it, that definitely took it off.
I'm still not getting that motherfucker.
Oh, I'm not. Listen to me. I am not a component
Advocating
or an advocator of any vaccine. Like my situation, I believe was unique. It was a lot of thought and investigating into it, and it still could have went. It still went left after I did all that. And they're like, "Damn, nigga, what you mean?" But Johnson & Johnson is back on the market.
Yes, it is.
Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? We back out here. You know what I'm saying?
That pertains to you. Fucking around with that vaccine.
Hey, bro, because that shit don't mix, nigga, with, you know what I'm saying? With Tabitha. It don't mix with that Tabitha. It don't mix with none of that. See, with me, I wasn't tripping because, like, I had, I've been on my holistic shit. The only thing I really ain't cut out my life yet, fully, is meat and sweets. I'll still be eating sweets and shit like that. But, man, for the most part, man, the boy is holistic shorty, nigga. I'm over there, nigga. Dog. Just know that, nigga, I'm putting a lot of healthy shit in. Even my doctor, nigga, I had a great clean bill of health, nigga. Like, I was kind of shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, nigga, I was really shocked. Like, nigga, you sure? She was like, yeah, you're fucking great. But I just need to get back to some more activity. You know what I'm saying? Start doing shit and a little bit more. And then once I cut out these sweets, nigga, I'll show you niggas, boy. I might come in here and get baby swole on these niggas.
I know you ain't gonna hit that basketball court again.
Nah, it might be over for that. That shit get nigga. Hey, nigga, it ain't enough supplements to replace these knees, my guy. These knees in this back. Oh, I'll show you. I know where the sea moss is. I got mad sea moss at the house. I'm fucking with it all day. Nigga, I'm the type of nigga, even if I slip up and eat a top ramen, I might throw a little piece of sea moss, a little off in that thing. So that way even my poison is a little healthy. You feel me?
Nigga, I haven't fucked with no ramen in mad long. That shit is a no-no.
You gotta know how to wash the sodium off that shit. Wash all that starch off. You gotta rinse them things like hella times, nigga. And nigga, no way to cut it, nigga. The shit is terrible for you.
It's not.
Shit's terrible.
That shit is not.
I was eating some ramen the other day. Like, you eat some shit and you just look at it. Like, you know you ain't gonna fuck with it.
You know, talking about ramen, do you know what like bugs the shit out of me right now, dog? Is people like influencers out there and shit who are like on like Facebook and their social media making like prison spreads.
Fam, you know what bugs me?
The
infatuation
with prison spreads. Like, what the why?
Fam, I'll never forget.
Like, these niggas make this shit out of necessity because they're not out here and eating the regular food that we eat. They don't make this shit because it's good like that.
Nigga, I worked with an older lady, and I'll never forget, like, on, like, the Obama campaign. And one day, we used to all meet up and smoke and shit.
Right.
One day, she was like, I'll cook for you guys. Y'all come out of the house. So nigga, the whole squad, you know, we all younger and shit. She older. We go by her crib. She's like, she's cooking some real food. But she's like, here, I made this spread for y'all. I want y'all to take
Yeah,
my
dog.
spread.
I've actually.
She was proud of this shit. And I was like, wait, you mean like a prison spread? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, nigga, is this good mojo to eat this shit? Like, I don't think I should eat that shit as a free man. Nigga.
This
like,
nigga Nash just asked, have I ever tried one? Yes, nigga, I've been to jail, nigga. I've had a fucking
yeah,
jail
my nigga.
spread, my
I'm not
nigga.
saying, like, I'm not saying
it's
they
great
nasty.
for in
Yeah.
like it's great for in jail. Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
hell
wanna
of a
taste-
treat,
I don't
nigga.
want to taste the jail.
But I'm
I
not
remember- I
trying to get
remember- hey, my
reminded
nigga-
of that
hey,
on the
boy,
outside.
I remember some niggas. I remember when niggas made me a cake, nigga, when I was leaving. First off, nigga, I just woke up. It's like, bro, we made you a cake. Like,
How the
nigga
fuck
made
did
me a
you
cake.
make me a cake?
So I was like, man, kind of. This must be slang for some shit. But I remember when I got to it, and I started eating on it and shit. Like, I see why they call it a cake, nigga. This shit is like a cake. I thought about what the fuck I ate, nigga, for the next 3 weeks after I got out of jail. Like, what the fuck they make that shit with, and how they make it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
This nigga said, have I ever had one? Yeah, nigga,
well,
I've had spreads, nigga, in and out of jail, nigga. You ain't gotta be in jail a long
You ain't
time to
lying.
have a
They
jail
said
spread.
They said if a girl make a spread, she got a couple domestics on her shit.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah,
do.
bro. It made me definitely look at this lady different because I was like, man, you so respectful and refined. Like, why are you bragging and showing off a spread? Like, do you understand? Like, I don't.
But back to the original question, like, what's the infatuation with him? Like, you motherfuckers ain't never been to jail. You don't want to go to jail. Why are you eating like motherfuckers who are in jail?
Damn, that's
Who eat this shit out of necessity to not have to eat the bullshit food that
Americans
they're
are
forced
obsessed
to
with
eat
jail
in there.
culture.
They are.
Like, niggas watch. I don't watch that locked up shit, nigga. Locked up with Brown, all that shit. I don't watch that. I don't watch nothing. Like, I don't even like Law and Order, fam. Like, I'm just about to try to start this new Law and Order where they do the organized crime unit.
Right.
Because I feel like that's more up my speed. But like, fam, I don't like cop shows like that.
I never
don't
liked
like-
Cops when it was on.
none
Nigga,
of that
when I
shit,
was a
bro.
kid, nigga, I hated that
hate
shit.
watching people
nigga.
get arrested, fam.
Come on,
I could
bro.
see a nigga do something and be like, oh, that's a bitch ass
Nigga, I hate the first
That
48,
deserve to go to
nigga.
jail, right? And then as soon as the cops come and is arresting
I
him,
fuck
nigga,
the
I'll
police,
feel
nigga.
bad. Like, damn, bro, that ain't got to go to jail.
I don't even like the
You
first
gotta go sit in
48,
that holding
nigga.
tank that
Right.
smell like piss and vomit for nigga 18, 22 out. Nigga, out here in Vegas, boy, Reno will spoil you, nigga, in they holding tank. It's all night, but it's still different.
It's
nigga.
still
Out
clean.
here, fam, these niggas wild. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I seen niggas
They can
make,
get all they
make
ticket-
dice out of
They
toothpaste.
can get all they ticket
Bruh,
money,
yeah,
fam.
niggas make anything out of necessity in jail. That's my point. It's out of necessity, nigga. It's not necessary for us to eat fucking any bullshit in the commissary and razzle dazzle the shit up.
You seen niggas make dice out of toothpaste.
I know what he's referring. Yeah, you can make a lot. Like, it's easy to make dice out
No,
of
and that's-
toothpaste.
you know what's
let
funny?
That shit harden up.
Oh,
You
no
sand
gas,
that
nigga.
shit down.
I told myself I'm about to watch that shit tonight when I get home for the first time. I was on strike.
I ain't watched Snowfall
I
at
was
all.
on strike because
It's one of
of
them
what they
hyped ups.
because what they did to Freeway. I don't know if y'all know the story. This is Freeway Ricky. Rick Ross's
Real story.
real story.
Right.
He wrote the script, developed it with John Singleton. And John Singleton and them, when the money came through, nigga, and to get the deal, because, like, I guess, nigga, they ain't want to Fox or whoever it was, they want to fuck with him because he's a gangster, and they wanted to short him. He told John Singleton, like, nah, nigga, I'll take my story somewhere else. We'll just go somewhere else. But John had already sold the shit, nigga, and promised and had a deal lined up based off of his name. He had a deal lined up for it, so he ain't want to go nowhere else. So John just took the story, nigga, and they just cut that nigga Freeway out. Freeway, nigga, tells a story about, nigga, right before John Singleton died, he was just in L.A. going to, a studio, and John Singleton was coming out. He had a meeting, and John Singleton was coming out by himself and seen Freeway and his guys walking in, and he said to the nigga, like, you know how you stop hella fast? He said he stopped so fast he almost fell. And then he just looked at him, and he was just like, man, I ain't going to do nothing to you. And just walked off. Because they asked him, he was like, hey, you heard about John Singleton? He died. And he was like, so?
Yeah, fuck
I
him.
ain't fuck with him. And then he just explained it. And I was like, damn, that's foul.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know, me and my militant ass, I'm like, man, I ain't watching that shit. But
I'm still not. Now that you told me that, I'm
of
extra not
course-
watching it.
No, but like over like nigga this time, I'm like, man, I be hearing great things about that show, nigga. Like I ain't even gonna lie,
That's real,
everybody
but
tell me that's a great ass show.
You took somebody's story and then you tried to cut them out of the proceeds of
Yeah,
it.
I don't like
Fuck
that
you.
shit, man.
I can't
just
watch
don't
that.
Like that shit.
Can't
And
watch it.
There's something about Freeway when he look it up though. It's something that like it's something about his face when he telling the story.
Niggas just keep
it's just believable.
Niggas just keep fucking this man over, bro. And I don't like it, bro.
Like,
I don't like
it's
it,
just
nigga.
believable.
I don't like it. Fuck him.
I believed it.
I'm not
like,
watching
when I heard
that show.
The story, so I'm like, that nigga's not lying about this.
I'm glad I never watched the show now.
So that's why I kind of like I had fell back, but I ain't gonna lie. Ness, I had decided I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try, man. I'm gonna see what it do. You know what I'm saying? And I like shows when they're a couple seasons out, so I can binge on them. I don't really like being caught up when shit is new. I don't want to wait. Like Godfather of Harlem, nigga. Hey, ooh, what's up, boy? You been watching Godfather of Harlem?
Ness, I'm glad to say that I will not be partaking in Snowfall.
Godfather of Harlem, though. You should check that out on Epix now, nigga. That shit is fire. Ooh, that shit is fire with Forrest Whitaker. Nigga, it's the story is based about nigga how he took control of Harlem from the Italian mob,
right,
with the help of Malcolm X.
Damn.
So Malcolm X is in the shit, nigga, the whole first season, this whole second season so far, like, and it tells like the real historic events of Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X's friendship.
Right.
It's dope, nigga. If you tell it's hard. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, there's some shit in there. Shit, nigga, what else, nigga? What else we got going on? We said, we talked, you still got, hey, if Melo come back, I got him Rookie of the Year, bro. I already had him Rookie of the Year still, but I understand the niggas was trying to take it from him because he was out. He come back and play 4
I don't feel like you
games.
I don't feel like you could take it from him just because he's out, though. I feel like he's done enough to give himself that award.
Yeah, and his team was winning, fam, and like they suffered when he was out, and I feel like he gonna come back in. This is the thing, they gotta give it to him, bro, just so they don't look stupid. Because what's gonna happen is he's gonna be the one rookie in the playoffs. He's done enough. His squad has got enough to where they're gonna be in the playoffs, possibly. And if he gets back and they get back in right and they make it to the playoffs, fam, he's gonna be the only rookie in the playoffs like that was in the race. The other niggas in Sacramento, Halliburton, and then you got old boy in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. They ain't going nowhere near the fucking playoffs. And they should be disqualified when there's someone that's in the race that's winning. Winning has to matter. Nigga. Like the reason why Steph Curry to me is the MVP, even though that's not their most winningest season, it's what he's doing. Like nigga, you take Steph off the team, nigga, they nowhere near the playoffs. And then it's like that LeBron effect, but LeBron nigga got hurt and missed some time. So like to me, it's Steph Curry because when they gave it to Russell Westbrook, even though his team was sucked and they wasn't really balling, right? The argument was, yeah, but no one's done what he's doing for 40 years. Well, nigga, nobody's done what Steph Curry's doing this year ever.
That nigga, not Curry, but to counteract the Russell Westbrook debate. Yeah, nigga was padding all them rebounds. He don't play no fucking defense, and his team clears out the middle.
And they was losing.
He could, yeah.
And then you see Chris Paul go over there in them same team, nigga, with less talent, nigga, and get to the playoffs.
Right.
Well, I get you.
Shout out to the homie Ness. You know, prayers up, speedy recovery.
Yeah, boy.
Said he might have to.
You don't get enough for not hitting me, man. Just more. Yup. Damn. All right, my nigga. Well, you already know what it is. I'm gonna holler at you in the morning. I'm gonna come pull up on you. Let me know, man. Hit me if you need something in particular, but I'm gonna pull up on you, try to get you some essentials and shit. And then, you know how we do, nigga, sneak you in an edible or something. But yeah, I'll holler at you, man. Godspeed. Get well. Get well, bro. We're gonna get it right. Damn. Prayers up to my brother Ness, man. Oh shit. You watched that Usman Masvidal fight? What you think about that? They better leave fucking my nigga Usman alone.
Usman the fuck
They better
alone,
leave
yeah.
Usman the fuck alone. They don't let them suits at the end of them fights fool you, nigga. That nigga is a beast.
Nah, yeah.
Fam, he different. Because like Joe Rogan and them said, like, this nigga keeps getting better. And Joe Rogan was saying, like, there's only 3 or 4 people in this sport striking that I would say could do what he had just did.
He
or
knocked
set it up.
Masvidal the fuck out.
And straight, not no lucky shit, straight
Nah,
set him up,
smacked
nigga on the
shit out
striking.
that nigga.
And I'm like, bro, that's true because I remember when Usman first started, he was a wrestler that would get you on the ground, pound you, and submit you. That was his like strategy. I heard Conor McGregor talking all that shit, and I'm like, bro, you might want to sit this one out, Conor.
Yeah,
Because he's been saying that he don't like you, and he's been wanting to whoop your ass. And there's a lot of fighters that you've been able to duck.
They're about to because Usman's next fight is supposed to be Covington again.
And he's
He
going
about
to
to beat the shit
ass.
out that racist white boy.
I
nigga.
can't wait, dog.
I can't wait to see him do that shit for a second time. That
Me
shit,
neither. Cause
I love watching the first time and breaking
and
that
he's way
nigga
better
jaw.
than he was then.
Right.
And I don't think Covington's gotten better. I think Covington's plateaued at like who he is. You know
That's
what I'm
why he
saying?
was about to lose his fucking UFC contract before he started being the
Doing
little
the
race
racist
baiter
shit, yeah.
motherfucker he is. So I let you know that he's not a good fighter.
Even Dana White.
You
couldn't
ain't
help
losing.
himself.
You ain't losing your contract if you're a great, exciting fighter,
Facts.
nigga. They have no reason
Da-
to let
Dana
to
White
get you out of that.
typically like tries to be stoic after the fights, keep his business hat on. Oh yeah, he did good. You don't want to be too biased.
Right.
Bro, he was giddy after the fight. He was like, man, this dude Usman, like, because it was like, yeah, so what we gonna go with now with Jorge? He was like, I don't know, but Usman, that dude is the truth. Like, you could tell it was just fresh in his head still. Like, damn, I can't believe this.
Well, cause what's left from Masvidal? You can't beat the champion. You either gonna have to change weight classes.
Nate Diaz again, just off the spectacle. He gonna have to fight Nate Diaz again for that bad motherfucker title, or you gonna have
Or
to
he's
go
gonna have
up.
to fight McGregor.
Ooh, that'd be nice. But
there's
McGregor
just-
has made the UFC so much money that he has carte blanche in ways that no other fighter does. He don't
Not
have
anymore. Not with if he loses to Poirier again.
Oh, okay.
He's
Now-
gonna lose
now I
all
agree
of
with you
that,
on
nigga.
that.
He just got knocked
But
out
as of
once.
Right now, still,
if he
but, like,
gets
yeah, I agree
knocked
with
out
you.
the second
His
time,
next fight, he gets his ass
it's
whooped.
over.
I agree with that.
Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about Conor McGregor no more. He'll be washed up at that point.
I'll be honest with you, yeah.
Now John Jones supposed to be coming back and fighting in Nagano. We'll see how that goes. That nigga's been so inactive. Nigga might get his whole ass whooped by that fucking Nigerian.
3 of the champs, nigga, is from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Adesanya is a beast, nigga.
But he got robbed in his last fight.
Who?
It's Adesanya, he lost. He has a loss on his record now. He
Who?
went up to light heavyweight and lost.
I don't remember that. I remember
You
him
missed
winning.
that fight. Nah, they fucked him. There was 2 10-8 rounds. And you know what a 10-8 round means? Somebody either got knocked
Bro, you
the
sure?
fuck out.
I know he's lost before, but are you sure?
No,
he
he's
lost in the UFC?
he's undefeated. He's never lost until
No, he had lost before. He had lost before he got to the UFC. He had been knocked out before.
He had never lost in the UFC until
in the
this.
UFC,
Yeah,
he was
he
undefeated.
lost, nigga. He lost to
Damn.
a white dude.
I'm about to look at that. I'm about to go watch
He
that.
went up a weight class,
That's my
but
bad.
he got robbed. He got robbed in 2 rounds. And he got robbed to the point where Dana White was pissed in the press conference.
Damn.
Yeah, you missed his last fight.
Damn, that sucks. I didn't even know that shit. Let's see.
He's actually not, because I think he was fighting. Was he fighting? He might have been fighting for the championship too. But nah, he lost. It's a bullshit loss, but he lost.
Bro, I don't think he lost. missed this fight. How many fights have you had in the UFC?
A lot. A nigga enough for damn sure enough.
It was Jan Blachowicz or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It definitely says loss right there. I think you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's 9-1 in the UFC?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So they're going to have a rematch.
It depends on if he wants to fight in that division
No,
or
nigga,
in that
his
weight
next
class.
fight is Marvin.
Yeah, for the
Vettori.
belt. For the belt. He's got to defend his fucking middleweight title.
UFC 263 Adesanya versus Vettori 2. Jan Blachowicz is the dude that he allegedly lost to at 259.
Yeah.
Damn, on March 6th.
Yeah, you missed that.
I don't know how I missed that one, dog. Damn. That's my guy. So he shouldn't have lost, though. Okay.
Should at least been a draw. What's up, man? What we got next?
The rematch. My bad, nigga. You just stunned me. Like, nigga, that's why I had to check. Like, nigga, are you sure?
I be up
This
on
nigga
my
gotta
fight
be
shit.
bugging,
Man.
nigga.
Yeah, I be up on my fight shit, man.
So the second suspect, man, in the Mo3 murder was taken into custody and allegedly, well, it's a fact. He happens to be the father of the woman's children who Mo3 was visiting the night and morning of his tragic demise. How do we feel about that?
Part of the game, bro.
According to authorities,
It doesn't.
it wasn't a setup.
It doesn't change anything for me. It's still. I don't feel like he was. For them to say it's not set up, I mean, what fucking information do you have to even say that it wasn't?
Let me rephrase that. They don't think that she was a part of the setup based on their investigation.
So how the fuck did
the
he?
records and all that type of shit.
How'd the baby daddy know the nigga was at the house?
Hey, I don't know that. I don't know that.
I mean,
but the baby daddy, the way the situation is being explained, son had a relationship with Shorty for like 3 years. Old girl hasn't messed with her baby's father for a very long time. Dude was allegedly abusive. It's documented that he was allegedly abusive. And they had a horrible co-parenting situation to where they wasn't even on speaking or see each other type terms for years. They don't fuck with each other. He started becoming threatening when he found out that she was fucking with Mo3. You know how some niggas be on that, on my baby mom, you fuck. It was on that type of time. But he just also happens to fuck with the ops. And I'm not going to say none of these rap niggas' names on here that's supposedly coming up in this investigation because we don't do that over here, right? But the ops, nigga, that he was opping with is supposedly like in connection. They fuck with dudes from that side. So that's how he got caught up in the plot to knock this nigga off. But allegedly, man, it was like 7 people involved, like 5, 6 cars. It was some of the more elaborate shit. Because it was a couple, some goons just got together like, we got to get him up out of here. Because he was knocking them off, allegedly, per the feds. So, shit wild, man. They said that boy shit could be a movie. I said there's some wild shit going on, man. Just everybody, if you're interested, man, long live Mo3, man, rest in peace. I felt like Son made good music. You know what I mean? And I hate to see cats get taken out like that when they're talented. Even motherfuckers that's not talented deserve to live, but damn. You know what I mean? And the tragic nature of it all, like his kids will have to see that one day. They can just really Google and look how they pops got murked. You know what I mean? That shit's fucked up, bro. They gotta do something about that. I don't know what you can do.
Stop letting yourself be that accessible. Niggas, nobody deserves what happened to him. But if you're gonna be doing all the shit that you do, rapping about the shit that you rap about, and allegedly knocking niggas off like they say you knocking niggas off, you should be out here like Tekashi 6ix9ine, nigga, with bodyguards.
Hey, fam.
Nigga.
He be trying to tell these niggas, like, bro, this is how you move. Unless, look,
As much as I think he's a clown or anything, his
Okay,
movement is right.
Of course.
Like, niggas can't.
And the only.
It's hard to touch this nigga.
Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange. Nigga, like, 6ix9ine isn't signed to some gimmick label.
Oh, yeah, he ain't signed to some boat.
He's not signed to some nigga that's like, he's signed to one of the most powerful men, if not the most powerful man in music.
Lucian Grange, who
Elliot Grange is signed.
And who's what's his name?
Sony,
Empire
all that,
is
yeah,
based
Empire,
off
all
of,
that
right?
shit, yeah.
Lucius is based off of Lucian, isn't he?
No, I don't think so. But I've heard multiple stories. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know. I can't validate that. That's a possibility. And maybe if it's not like directly,
They
it could
act
be
this
loosely.
very similar. The
It could be
names
loosely.
are damn near the same.
You know what I'm saying? Lucian Grange and Elliot Grange, they're some of the most powerful men in the music industry, father and son. They're worth $1 gazillion. They run damn near, if not own, damn near every label. You're not getting an album cut, a deal pushed through, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Regards to that,
without
like I
running
said,
through them.
Every rapper that's out there talking about all that extra shit and smoking your ops packs and everything, you should have bodyguards like that nigga 6ix9ine does. You should not be. I shouldn't be able to reach out and
Always.
touch you like this, nigga. It shouldn't be that easy.
No, you're right. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I think motherfuckers respect that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need to just walk up on nigga LeBron.
I can't just walk up on LeBron. And LeBron ain't no street nigga who needs protection. But we can't just walk up on LeBron somewhere at the mall or some shit. At least his homeboy gonna be, hey nigga, who the fuck not right now, bro? He chilling. Right. And LeBron gonna have to be like, hey bro, it's cool, let him through. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just gonna be, and we're not talking about no murderers or hitters or anything like that. You're talking about a professional athlete, but you can't get right next to that nigga. Floyd Mayweather's a trained boxer, but we can't just walk up on Floyd Mayweather. And that nigga will
can handle itself.
almost
Like, yeah, no,
everybody
you're right,
ass,
bro.
nigga, in a
You right.
situation.
You're right. Niggas like Shaq had security.
Nigga,
Ain't nobody doing nothing with Shaq.
Right.
Nobody. Like,
Some
nigga.
big nigga.
They
Even
don't make
if you
niggas
catch
like
Shaq
that.
by
Yeah.
himself, he could
They don't
fuck
make
up a
niggas
few
like
of
that.
you, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. You right. I'm bugging.
If 4 niggas my height ran up on Shaq, and they gonna whoop all 4 of us, nigga.
My height too. Shit,
Easy. Your
Fuck you
nigga
mean?
just gonna be over there just.
Our height is pretty much the same when we talking about Shaq, nigga.
Get your little ass out of here, nigga.
Shaq getting shot.
He gonna do you just like you doing that piece of lint off your shirt right now, nigga.
Like, nigga, what's
Nigga,
up?
get your little ass off me.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, bro. Like, we're playing. Well, not we. They out there playing with their life, fam. You know the thing that's crazy too.
It ain't just, but they're not just playing with their life. They're playing with their life, their family life, their kids' life, their girlfriend's life, nigga, their best friend's life.
Fam, people out here starving. People are out here like mentally fucked up, and then you got cats. See, the thing about black people, especially dog, when we get on, we want to go stunt on niggas. Like a lot of people will be bugged out by this. Like, yo, I'm gonna give you $3 million. But you gotta dip far away from here, nigga, and never come back. You can't post about this, nigga. You can post shit. You just can't ever post shit, nigga, to your neighborhood, to your community. Nobody from here can ever say you just gotta drop it. Outside of your family and your closest friends, you gotta cut shit off, nigga. You can't ever let nobody physically see what you bought with this money. Dog, a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that.
I couldn't do it, but it wouldn't be for the fact of like that I couldn't show it to anybody.
What's the reason why you couldn't do it?
I just couldn't isolate myself like that.
No. That's what I thought. I'm not saying that. Let me be more specific.
Oh, I can't floss to where people are gonna know I got money like that. I can
not
still
even
see
that.
everybody.
Not even that. You can do everything you want to do, but just not in your hometown, and you can't floss it to your hometown. So what I mean by that is, that's what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a better example. I give you the $3 million cash.
But I can't floss in
You
Vegas.
from Detroit.
Oh, I can't go
right?
back to Detroit. And
You can go back to Detroit, but you can't go back to Detroit with any, like, no jewelry bought with this money, no car bought with this money. When you go back to Detroit, unless you rent a car on some other monies made, nigga, like, well, you can rent a car in a hotel and shit like that to go visit family. You can't bring your Lambo. You can't go get a suite, nigga. Right. You just gotta go be normal, nigga, that you was when you was in Detroit. But you got $3 million. You didn't invested it, nigga. You didn't stretched it, nigga. You probably about worth $6-7 million now. You got a mansion on this coast. You got a crib on this coast. You got cars in both the cribs. You got a jewelry room, nigga. I mean, a little drawer full of jewels.
That would be easy for me.
That's what I'm saying. But fam, there is a lot
of people that couldn't do that. But me,
there's a lot of people
that would be easy for me because that's still leaves 49 other states I can go floss in other countries.
So now this is what we get into. The culture, the cultural issue is that sometimes, fam, like, people get caught up in bullshit. Niggas that go to the league, niggas that get the rap deal, that get this money up, niggas that just hustling, nigga, and get their money up. Right. The common mistake that they make is they're half 50% part, oh, I want to make it and be successful, and then 50% part, I want to stun on these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I want these niggas to see my watch, fam. I paid a lot for this. I want niggas to see my bracelet. I want niggas to see these shades and, nigga, my hat. And, nigga, this is not just no regular white t-shirt, fam. This shit linen. Like, I want niggas to see my shit. Like, you're around the have-nots, nigga, flaunting the have.
Right.
And we always act dumbfounded and like it's a tragic event when Shorty get laid out for everything that he got. Oh, now niggas can't have nothing. Niggas is jealous. Niggas is haters. No, fam. We seen the movie Lotto Ticket. You got to get the fuck out of there when you talking about life-changing money. There ain't no sellout. No. You've upgraded, fam. You got to upgrade to where you at now. That's where it's safe for niggas like you over there. Where you can walk around with no cash on, nigga, a $30,000 watch, nigga, and go walk your dog up the street to the water park, nigga, and come back and not worry about Shorty and them trying to jack you for that. Like, you can do that. You know niggas is comfortable in their surroundings areas if they have a certain ilk, if they got slides on.
Yeah, it's real because they don't got to run from. They know they don't got to run from anything.
Fam, I know I'm not dealing with these coppos out here.
I know if I got to get no fight or
nothing. I know
nothing.
I ain't got no beef out here, right, nigga, on site. Nigga, and I know, nigga, if I get into a little tiff with a nigga at the store or something, nigga, you can have it, man. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? All right on, brother. No disrespect. That's where you are in your life and at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when I be seeing niggas acting rowdy with slides on, I be scared of them niggas. I'm like, bro, that's a crazy nigga right there, bro. This nigga has nothing to lose, bro. Like, you're not thinking, you're not thinking about these consequences at all, fam. You the nigga that air this shit out and wake up, like you said, the next morning and thinking about it, sobered up, like, fuck, I killed 4 people, they said. Like, that nigga, I don't want to be your victim. You ain't even think me out, nigga. You just, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga. Be jealous of me or something, nigga. Like,
and then ring this shit.
Yeah, be mad at me for something. You gonna knock me off, nigga. Don't be the nigga that just, you knocked me and my nigga Dre off because you was mad that day and high.
And we happen to be
out
around.
of here, bro. And too much of that is happening, fam. Right. Too much of that is happening. I've never been one for, like, gun control. Fam, get these shits the fuck out of here, man. Right. Because niggas is, how they say, it's always a few bad apples that ruin it for everybody. They ruining it. Fam, if I can be honest, I haven't really comfortably went to the movie theater since that shit happened in Colorado. Because you know why? 2 times, nigga.
I probably will never. Now that you made me like think about it, I probably won't be all right.
I've
been
in the movie theater after that shit, and this shit used to happen all the time, especially when we was young, because that's how you got your homie and your mans in them in.
Niggas coming through the exit.
But you know that's how Son came in, and fam, 2 times, nigga. After that,
you saw that door open. Got
2 times, and I remember thinking like, man, I might have been a teenager last time I seen that door open. Oh, you know how niggas. That's an omen, fam. I'm not going back. When I found out that HBO Max bought all the summer movies, nigga, and
I ain't gotta go there. That's what I'm about to do to watch Mortal Kombat tomorrow.
Oh, bro,
I gotta watch
it's
that
nice,
shit.
nigga. It's cool.
I've heard a lot of people say that
It's
shit
cool,
was
bro.
trash.
Yeah, you know,
So
people
I'm
gonna
like,
always say that shit.
But a lot of niggas tried to say the same thing about fucking Coming to America, and I thought it was great.
Right. It's what you
I
expect
thought it was
out
a
of it,
great
dog. It's a
movie.
fucking movie made out of a video game. It's not like they gave him that much dialogue and context to come out of. That's all in your head, not everybody
And
else's.
the thing is, like, the first two Mortal Kombat movies we got, like, if that's what we're comparing them to, like, this
the
this
bar
movie,
ain't that crazy.
Right,
Like, it
the
ain't
bar
like
ain't
it's a
very
classic
high,
that we gotta. Fam.
Nah, the
Just off
first
the
one,
fact- I'ma tell you
the
right
first
now,
one's like a cult classic and everything,
I
just
know,
because
it's
of
the
like
first
the
one.
video game
And bro,
thing.
but I'm gonna
But
tell you the first one. I'm
like,
gonna tell you
that's a
I'm gonna tell you
real
the
low
win right here.
bar.
Son, the win is the fact that at the end of the day, the technology today has
It's way more.
advanced.
It's more suited for Mortal
Fam.
Kombat than what we had back
Just think
then,
about
dog.
it in your head. Like,
Right.
you need today's technology and CGI and shit like that, nigga, to do a Mortal Kombat movie
You had to.
and to do it justice.
You had to.
That's one
Because
thing I'll say.
there's no way to have those type of fucking special abilities.
The way it's written, there's no way in hell it's not like another couple more coming. It's like they wrote it like that. Like, oh, we're going to make a few of these.
Well, that's because that's how Mortal Kombat's like the MCU. There's
Yeah, you have to do it, but
multiple timelines,
should
multiple
do it, but that don't mean
universes,
that they always
multiple
invest in
worlds
doing
and
it.
shit.
You feel
Like,
me? You should do it like that, but that don't mean
Right.
they're necessarily going to invest in just like they don't always get it right. But it seemed like the way they wrote it is like meant to carry the shit on.
right.
It's pretty lit. I mean, I fucked with it. I watched it twice already. And
I'm
it's only like an
definitely-
hour and 50 minutes. It's
I'm
not a
about to
long
watch
ass
that
joint.
shit tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Hour 50 minutes. That's a long movie. People that say that's not long. Nigga, movies used to be like an hour and 20 minutes long and shit.
Nah, but the thing is like a lot of movies, fam, now is damn near 3 hours.
It just depends on the type of movie, though. Like, when you're dealing with, like, Marvel, them Marvel movies gotta be 3 hours long.
They be long. See,
You're
I would
fitting,
put it
like,
this.
4 different
Let me say this
timelines
then.
into one movie
Maybe it
and
should have
shit.
been a little longer. If I had one critique, maybe it should have been a little longer. And if I had another critique, just because I'm getting my shit off, casting is important.
I heard Johnny Cage wasn't in the movie.
Casting is important.
And if you didn't, that's gonna bug me because Johnny Cage is an original Mortal Kombat character,
So this is the thing. You want me to tell you?
and has never. No, I know he's not in it.
But the thing is, this is what I was thinking at the whole time until the very end. I was like, oh, okay, that's why he wasn't in the movie. That's gonna be dope. They're gonna make another one. He's good. The second one is pretty much probably gonna be his story, because it seems like they're taking that. Matter of fact, now that you said it, that Marvel approach of like giving them their actual like origin stories, bringing them into this whole thing, letting them know.
yeah,
oh, they
but
got this
if you
guy.
have a movie with all, you had a movie with all the original cast, but you did not have Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
You
but
can't-
when you see the story of how they lay out the story, it does kind of make sense. Like, I was one of those people that was thinking that during the movie periodically, I was like, well, damn. And I even kind of looked at the time left and was like, well, nigga, he must not be in this because it's only a few minutes left. They're not going to do that.
It's just.
But then the way they end the movie,
I get it, but
It's like, okay.
I get that. I get trying to do. No, you can't do that with me on this. He's an original character. He was brought in from Inception. He wasn't somebody that came in the second game. You can do that with somebody that came in on Mortal Kombat 2.
But that's where I
But
gotta
you're
tell
talking. You're talking about.
That's if you're telling them to make the movie based solely off the game in that way. I think they taking the story and making a movie out of it.
Then but you can't do that.
Why
what I'm
not?
telling you is the Mortal Kombat tournament sought out all them fighters. So even if you're loosely basing it, you
No,
can't tell this
but that's
story.
what it's doing.
But you can't
So
tell
hold on. So you're
this
telling me that
story-
you can't tell the story unless you find all the fighters that this thing is selling out in one movie?
No,
They're breaking it off into installments,
because
obviously.
no, because dog. Do you know how many fucking characters there are in Mortal Kombat now? The
Yeah.
first game had
It's a lot.
8 characters. Second game had like 16 to 24 characters. Third game had like 30 something characters. Dog, you could tell the story from start to finish in the right way, and you could have 30. You could have like 20 movies.
But but you're telling me, based off what you're saying, the critique is on this one, is that you're not okay with that unless all the characters that's going to be in the movies are introduced in the first movie.
Because that's how it's supposed. That's how we were introduced to the Mortal Kombat characters.
What if I told you that like most of the story, nigga, is really about Sub-Zero and Scorpion and how these motherfuckers end up becoming mortal fucking enemies, nigga, through different timeline lines, nigga, and all that other shit. And then it brings in the modern, like the tournament, all that shit is in there. And then what happens is like when they have their first little shebang, you know what I'm saying, and survive that, nigga, that's when the Johnny Cage nigga pop up, nigga, and it's just like, oh, okay, nigga, movie over. The next one is gonna run it back, nigga. Johnny Cage gonna be doing whatever the fuck he doing and whatever other characters they bring in from that. That's just how it laid out. See, the only one I'm saying, I'm not arguing with you. I more agree than anything. But
if that's the way, but if that okay, so if that's the way that they're doing it, then I don't like that.
No, listen to me.
I don't.
I think I might not be doing it justice in explaining.
I don't like that we're focused.
It,
that we're focused on the Lin Kuei and the story of I forgot what the other name of them are.
The way you're explaining it though, that you cut like that, how you know it should be, in a different way of getting there. That's kind of how it is. So that's what I'm saying. Just watch the movie. I watched it twice. I watched it again because my sister wanted to watch it. I watched it with her, and I was like, oh, this shit is harder than I originally thought. And then I might have watched it even like halfway through again, and it was like, oh, this shit hard.
Because the story of Mortal Kombat, the very first game, you don't even really get the story of what happened between Sub-Zero and fucking Scorpion. You don't even get that. You get that like third game in. Yeah, years into this.
You're going into the movie and the way they told the game and the way they told the story in the movie. I don't think they're telling the story the exact way that the game is, but it's important for me to say this. I don't think they're changing the story either. I just think the way they're laying it out, it probably doesn't make. They're probably just looking at it from a filmography standpoint. Is like, oh, we can tell the story better in better context if we start from here and then bring it to here.
Well, okay, so then that's where they
because they got those ancient stories.
So then
like
where they
I
get it. So but then where they fucked up is your fucking fan base is motherfuckers who've been playing this game since the 90s. We didn't get introduced into these stories until later in the game. So no, don't start making the movies to make chronological order for these motherfuckers who aren't original fans. Because then what you do is you fuck it up for the original fans who know the stories already, but we never heard them in chronological order. Yeah, we heard them as they started wanting to give them to us.
But I know, but I don't think we've ever gotten the stories in detail.
Like we have.
Like we're about
yeah, we have. Because if you're talking about the story of who betrayed who and who annihilated whose whole clan, I know that whole story. I've heard it a million times through 4 or 5 different games, bro.
Nope. That's not the story.
Dog, the Lin Kuei story is
that I'm talking about. That's not
it's the story of.
But listen,
I'm gonna watch this, and I guarantee you, what I'm saying is
like, look, if you're talking about a story of a people, right? And then they're taking the story of these people, but they're focusing it on individuals, right? It's no different than it's the same story. They're not taking a story and switching it.
No, but
they're just giving you more details about.
I get that, but what you're not understanding is that's not what Mortal Kombat was based off of.
The game.
These individual stories, they weren't. They weren't that.
You're ignoring that they're going from game to movie.
They weren't that intricate. But here's my thing: we did not. Most of us. Most diehard Mortal Kombat fans, their gripe is always going to be this.
That's great, but they're video games.
That's not. But what I'm saying is that's who's going to be watching this movie.
It's not true.
Do you think? Okay, but do you, bruh?
Bro, no, because you're going. I'm just saying.
Whoever's made this movie, when they made this movie, who do you think they had in mind when they made this movie? Motherfuckers who play Mortal Kombat. or regular motherfuckers who watch movies. It's the people who play Mortal Kombat and who have been waiting to see another Mortal Kombat movie while playing these games for the last 20 years than what we had in the 90s. If we do the research, I guarantee most people that watch this movie.
Well, let me say this. Let's just do the research in this room, nigga.
Gamers.
You're on one spectrum as a gamer. Mm-hmm. I don't give a flying fuck about a video game. But as a kid, I did play loosely Mortal Kombat. So I'm always down to watch a Mortal Kombat movie. My gripe would be, nigga, I don't want this shit, nigga, to be formatted off the fucking game. I stopped playing the game 20 fucking years ago and don't give a flying fuck about it. And it ain't too much, nigga, and I've been around since the game started. Like, I like watching, nigga, I want to see Scorpion. I want to see the shit. I just want to see it. I want to see it, and I want you to give me a story that makes sense, right? It don't have to be, nigga, like, and formatted to how the gamers got the story, because entertainment in the gaming space and storytelling in the gaming space, to me, ain't the same in a cinematography space. As long as you don't cheat the story, you're going from short form storytelling to long form storytelling to keep someone that don't give a fuck so much about the game but does have nostalgia about the game interested. That's why I'm saying I don't think that they made this movie strictly for the gamers and the culture. Now, all the gamers would want to think that, because if without the gamers, it wouldn't be nothing. But nigga, moving from a gaming space to like making a movie, it's just different.
The people that wanted to see this movie get made again are gamers. It wasn't a lot of consumers like you for nostalgia purposes.
I don't know about that, bro, because I know a lot of niggas that ain't gamers, nigga, that was hype about this fucking movie. That was calling me like, yo,
that
son,
means
you
that means they were hype about the first movie. Anybody who has no connection to this isn't gonna be hyped about this movie. This movie was geared around getting these fucking gamers to watch it again.
Either. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers.
To you, it's not true. I'm just looking at it as the gamer. The niggas, they geared that shit around gamers. Just like when they make
Star Wars. You're saying that from a selfish perspective.
Just like when they make Star Wars, they geared against Star Wars heads. They don't gear it for motherfuckers like us who really don't give a fuck about Star Wars.
No, that's not true.
Because they know that main money.
That's not true in filmmaking, bro. That's not true in filmmaking. That's why
when it comes to a cult classic.
No, nigga, that's why when the shit goes Hollywood, all the motherfucking heads be feeling a little way, no matter what genre it is, because it's always going to lose something. Because, nigga, they don't give a fuck about you diehard heads on anything. At the end of the day, it's about the consumer.
They don't make Star Wars for everybody. They make Star Wars for Star Wars.
It's not true, nigga. There's people that are going to take their kids to go watch that fucking movie because they went and seen it with their grandparents and their
grandparents.
Marvel the
same way. They make Marvel for comic book heads. That's not
fucking true, because I grew up reading a lot of comics, and most people
Maybe
I watch
not now.
Most people I watch and talk to with them fucking movies.
Calm down, nigga. Calm down. Quit getting all fucking agitated, nigga, because I'm not.
I don't give a fuck what you
nigga,
get, nigga. You don't dictate how I move and what I feel.
Nigga, we can get on to something else.
Get out your feelings, nigga, just because you telling me that, nigga, because I disagree that something is not dedicated just for a fucking game.
I could care less. I know it's dedicated. I know how that motherfuckers came through. You can't give me no tangible
facts, though. That's just your opinion.
Nigga, it's a video game movie. Anytime you make a movie made off a video game.
Give me facts that majority of the people that support that fucking movie, nigga, bought that fucking game and is going to go play the game, nigga.
I guarantee if I can get the fucking data on it.
That don't even make sense.
Most motherfuckers who went and watched that movie play the fuck out that game.
Played it or play it?
Play the PLAY.
Nigga, in America.
To this day,
I'm talking about in America.
Game.
I'm not talking about Japan.
Yes.
I'm not talking about you. Nope, nigga, I disagree. I disagree with that shit. Because I'm going to tell you right now, everybody I know outside of you, nigga, that was talking to me about this movie, that nigga in my chat's like, yo, bro, that shit going to be hard. None of them play video games anymore.
And good for you, because everybody that I know that doesn't play video games, doesn't give a fuck about this movie, isn't watching this movie. Everybody know that.
So you're telling me right now
about video games,
you're lying,
is watching this. Okay, I'm lying.
Nigga, I'm your boy. I'm right next to you. I don't give a fuck about the game.
Okay,
I'm hyped as fuck about the movie.
One person.
What are you talking?
You are one person.
All right, well, we talking facts or not, my nigga? Because you said you don't know nobody.
One out of fucking 50.
I'm giving you examples.
1 out of 50.
Give you examples.
Nigga, nobody in Black Rock gives a fuck about that movie.
You're talking
That's
about
10
talking
people.
About a rap group.
Nigga, Jones don't give a fuck about that movie.
That's
nigga,
11 people.
None
I
of
can start
niggas
naming
we grew
people
up,
the other way, too.
Niggas I grew up would probably give a fuck about that movie.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you're surmising. But nigga, so what?
All
nigga,
the
that's
gamers
you in the
I
town
know,
you grew up with.
all the gamers
I'm talking
I know,
about, nigga, all the non-gamers
movie.
I know.
Good for you, bruh. I don't give
It's
a
not
fuck
good
about
for
this
me.
point anymore.
All I'm saying, nigga, is that nigga, we can't speak in such definite
it's
terms.
the same.
That was my only
It's
point.
the same. It's the same
That's my
for.
only point.
It's the same for any cult movie, nigga. Star Wars is a cult movie. Do you think they make Star Wars for regular people,
Fam.
or do they
Yes,
keep making
nigga.
Star Wars
Yes,
because they know the
nigga,
niggas have been watching?
So you
it
telling
since
me
the
right now?
70s?
Let's just talk mathematics, nigga. You telling me right now that you think that it was more Trekkies in the world that made that movie keep coming out versus casual fans that just like the groundbreaking CGI and effects and shit that was in it? Because, nigga, I'm telling you right now, as a nigga that is taking a cinematography class, that, nigga, there's a lot of people that, nigga, that marvel at the Star Wars and then don't give a fuck about the trilogy and the story, and they're not Trekkies. I'm not a fucking Trekkie. I've seen every Star Wars movie.
They don't make it. They don't make it for the casual consumer. That
Dog,
is a
everything
movie, that
in
is
mainstream
a
is made
movie,
for the casual
That is
consumer.
a movie that is made for hardcore fans, dog.
That's just, to me, nigga, I don't see nothing tangible to prove that. Other than your opinion. The only difference is, nigga, I'm not getting offended by your fucking opinion. That's your opinion. I'm not saying
I'm
you're
not
wrong.
offended by your opinion. You're the one getting loud over dumb shit.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm not.
Nigga, you the one.
Well,
nigga,
because I
no,
feel
I'm
like
trying
you're
to tell
wrong
you,
about the
because
Mortal Kombat
Okay,
thing,
that's
nigga,
fine. We can agree to
period.
disagree. But when you start
If
speaking
we
in
do,
definites,
if
I
we do
got a
the
right to ask for the facts.
If we do the research,
We
more
can do it.
gamers probably watch that motherfucking
But here
movie.
you go.
Than
You're talking in
regular
definites, but you're talking halfway
moviegoers.
though. Because you're saying, oh, if we do the research. Well, nigga, if means, nigga, there haven't been no research. So that's just your opinion.
That research has been done. I'm just not gonna go fucking find it.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
gonna
nigga,
go Google search
I'm telling
for
you right
fucking
now,
2
dog,
hours
just
to
in
find
business
it. It's
in this
there,
country,
nigga.
nigga, it's always about the casual consumer. No one bets their
It's
fucking
not
whole
always about the
dog.
casual consumer.
No
People
one
bet
bets
on cult
That's-
fucking followings,
that's not
dog.
what makes the
because
money.
it happens in the video game
not what
world
makes the
as
money,
well
bro.
as much. Nigga, please.
It's not what makes all the
Nigga,
money.
please. Niggas,
don't.
it's the same as the video game world. Niggas rise
Sorry.
and fall and putting their whole eggs in one basket. Like, oh, my shit did good this one time. I'm gonna go after this consumer, this one consumer again.
Bro, don't
not
confuse
the
the
casual,
conversation.
Not the cat.
I'm not talking.
Them games are the same.
Listen,
bro.
no. I'm not talking
Games
about
are
an
the same.
individual gamer, nigga, a game console or company that makes a dope game and trying to hit over again. That's not the same conversation we're having.
No. I'm not talking about a dude who had a hit. I'm talking about that motherfucking indie that came out of nowhere, put all the eggs in one basket, that fucking knew that there was this cult following for this one type of game, nigga. And
That's not the conversation we're having. That's all I'm saying. We can move on, but
please
you
do,
just switched the
'cause I'm getting
conversation.
a fucking
So
headache, dog. Please move.
yeah, whatever, nigga. Because that I don't even know what you're talking about with that one.
Mortal Kombat was made for the video game players, nigga. It wasn't made for regular consumers. Star Wars is made for Star Wars fans. Star Trek's made for Star Trek fans.
That's a simple way of looking at it. But nigga, if you just follow consumer like growth in this country,
okay, so why didn't they ever okay, let's see. Why didn't they ever make another Street Fighter movie?
because that shit didn't do good.
Neither did the second Mortal Kombat didn't do good either.
Didn't do
but
good
they
where?
s-
Didn't do good where? Because it might not.
It
have done,
didn't do good
close.
anywhere.
That's not true. I disagree with that. I disagree with that, bro.
Pull that. You can pull that up. Nigga.
I'm not
I've
pulling
been
that
watching
shit up,
videos
nigga.
for 2 weeks
I
on
don't.
niggas
I disagree
hating
with
on
that
that.
though.
Hate
Okay,
that,
that's
hate that
fine,
movie
nigga.
worldwide.
I don't care, but I disagree.
One of
with
the
that
worst grossing movies worldwide ever was Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Shit. Okay, so at the end of the day, like sometimes, nigga, when shit don't gross all the way good, nigga, now you talking about contracts, you talking about branding and likability. Like you said, the shit is a cult classic, so they tried the shit again. I don't think Street Fighter, nigga, is a cult classic to the level of Mortal Kombat. For and why? Because Street Fighter don't have the casual fans that Mortal Kombat brings in. There's niggas that will watch every Mortal Kombat movie just to see Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And they're satisfied with that. Matter of fact, one of the biggest critiques was, damn, I wish we'd have seen a little bit more Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Like, you're a hard head, so you're mad that Cage ain't in the movie first.
The Street
And
Fighter.
you having this debate with me and you ain't even seen the movie.
The Street Fighter movie was terrible.
I said that.
Terrible.
I said that.
Nigga, it was a bad movie.
Hold on. There's more casual fans that play and know about Mortal
I don't
Kombat's
know.
character than Street Fighter.
Hold on. I don't know about that.
It's just my opinion.
I can't.
It's my opinion.
I can't back that one because
Fam.
Hold on. This is just from a gamer's perspective.
Okay, I'm
Them
telling you. I'm speaking about a non-gamer's perspective.
Them
though.
Street Fighter tournaments are just as big, if not bigger, than Mortal Kombat.
Okay, so listen to me. You're not.
But there
stop
is no casual consumer
Stop
for
doing
Street
that.
Fighter.
So you're agreeing with me
because
Come on.
There was
home.
never no. Well, I
Come
can't
on,
no
home.
because I can't say that. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
no.
Because there's
Come
more.
on, home.
No, because there was more Street Fighter arcade games. There's a lot bigger. There's a huge. It might not be in America,
might be right.
though.
Look, listen.
The fan base for Street Fighter is huge,
but not in America. Listen, the street. Now,
but
this is
Mortal
what I'm saying.
Kombat's more of an Americanized
But Street
game,
Fighter
I'd say.
definitely, nigga, was there with the game, with the arcade game. However,
They made a terrible movie.
But when it got to console,
That's probably worse.
when it got to consoles,
Mortal Kombat.
when it got to consoles, I'm a non-gamer saying it. When it got to consoles, nigga, like Mortal Kombat blew it out the water.
Well, that's because Mortal Kombat started as a console game and got
listen to me.
converted to arcade.
Hey, listen to me.
Street
I don't
Fighter,
know none of that.
Street Fighter
and that's not
started
important
as
to
an
me.
arcade game and
It
got
goes back
converted
to
to
my
console.
overall. I'm just a nigga that just very loosely plays games, and I'm just peeping this from a non-gamer's perspective. And I'm looking at the Sub-Zero and Scorpion is what took it over the top. Because, nigga, I'm going to sit here and tell you, I can go play a Street Fighter game, and I'll remember niggas when I see them. But nigga, I don't remember none of them niggas' names like that, nigga. The way I know Mortal Kombat characters, and there's really no reason. I didn't spend no particular time with either one of them more, and anybody that grew up with me would tell you that. It's just that they had more. They were more impressionable.
Do you know why? Do you know why I think there's a reason for that? Do you know what the reason for that is?
Shoot.
Mortal Kombat was the game that we weren't supposed to play.
Why?
Because it was bloody, gory. You tore niggas' heads out, they fucking torsos and shit. It was way.
Didn't
more.
they do that shit in Street Fighter?
No, nigga, Street Fighter is a. There's no blood in Street Fighter. Nigga.
There is blood in
no,
Street Fighter.
there isn't. There ain't never been blood in Street Fighter, dog.
I could have sworn I seen a nigga get bloody in
You
Street
might
Fighter.
be thinking of Samurai Showdown, which is made by Capcom as well, which they use swords and shit, and there's blood in it.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Well, I wouldn't argue with that. I'm not gonna argue.
that they're the wholesome.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that's why
that
that's
might
why
be
you
it.
remember more is because
might
Mortal
be it.
Kombat's the edgy.
But fam,
I'm a
we're
kill
talking about
fatalities.
like it ain't just me. I'm speaking for the casuals.
But I get what I'm telling you.
You can't
though,
speak for the casuals.
With
You're not a
movies
casual.
like
You
Mortal,
have too much knowledge of
with
this.
movies like Mortal Kombat, these fucking movie companies are getting together with one thing in mind. These fucking 50 to 100 million fans who have bought this game, who are guaranteed. But listen to me. I've been listening.
Go ahead.
Bro,
No, go ahead.
listen.
Get your shit off, man. Go ahead.
They are making this movie in hopes that this guaranteed 100 million people that they've sold these games to for 20, 30 years
Right.
are coming to watch this movie.
Right.
They don't care about you. They don't.
Okay.
No,
get your shit off.
If I was a movie,
Get your
let me
shit
say
off.
this.
I'm
If I
gonna
was a
respond.
movie studio,
Get your shit
if
off.
I was
I'm
a
gonna
movie
respond, fam.
studio, I'm worried about my guaranteed audience
Bro,
that I've had for 20 years. Not the casual people who've watched, maybe thrown a quarter in a machine when they were bored or something. The niggas who've really been playing this game since 1 to now 11. From MK to now MK11.
You think more people watch movies or play video games in the world?
It's a toss-up.
Hell no.
That's
dog.
hard to say, bro.
The fuck? I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not hard to say at all.
No, do you
There's
know why?
by far
Do you
more
know
people
why?
on this earth that watch movies than play video
games. Do you know
games.
why I can't say that anymore?
Why?
Because you can't go find a PlayStation 4 right now, brand new, in any pawn shop. You can't find an Xbox.
Ho.
You're
You're talking supply and demand now.
No, but what I'm saying is we're talking about just that supply and demand is
No.
stats.
But how many is supply? There's not a fucking PlayStation 4 for every fucking human on earth.
Yes, there is.
No,
Wait,
there's
no.
not.
There's
There's
not
not.
7.6.
No, there's not. There's not a market for that.
There is enough. There was no. Okay, so here's my.
Fam, I don't think you realize how many people don't play video games.
Before COVID, I could find a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox anywhere.
Okay, that makes sense.
After COVID.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
But we're talking about the release of a movie during COVID.
Nigga, we're talking about the ability to watch a fucking movie at your house and the people that watch movies versus people that have a video game console, nigga, and play it. Now, some people are going to have both, but I guarantee you, nigga, there's a whole baby boomer generation that's never been into video games. That's always been about cinema.
But they're probably, and I don't think they're watching Mortal Kombat did not make the movie for that nigga, bro.
Why are you talking about Mortal Kombat? I asked you a simple question real quick. I said, do you think there's more people in the world that play video games or watch movies? And you said that was a hard...
and that's a hard answer. That's a hard question, bro.
All right.
That's a very hard question to answer, bro. Because you're talking about from games on here, games on
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Games on
That's not what I'm talking about.
console,
Stop.
Oh,
Mortal
Kombat is on
no,
here,
let me
buddy.
read. Let me read. I don't give a
That
fuck
is
where
on
it's
phone,
at.
nigga.
Let me
So,
read. It's
Mortal-
also a movie too.
I'm just saying.
Aha.
That game
So
is
let me
everywhere, nigga.
reiterate what I'm saying. Do you think there's more people in this world that watch movies or versus play video games? Like,
Tie.
nigga, I think you're absolutely insane
Tie.
if you think it's a tie. It's just way too many people that don't watch video games. Like, video games hasn't permeated every demographic like that yet. I mean, it has, but not majorly. I guarantee if we look that shit up, nigga, I don't think so. Because I'm looking at it like, bro, I'm pretty sure there's countries that you can't even play video games in, but you can probably watch a movie. They use movie for propaganda and all type of shit. They're using games like that now, too. But, nigga, cinema has just had hundreds of years head start. Like, everything that you pointed at that you could play a game on, niggas watch movies on. Niggas watch TV on their phone and movies on their phone. Niggas watch movies on their computer. Niggas watch movies on their fucking PlayStation. Like, I just think that movies, nigga, is something that's just a staple of human culture, like, since the play. Since watching plays and shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying it to shit on video games. Like, I don't care about video games like that to shit on them. I'm just saying that
Video games are a bigger industry than movies in North America.
okay, but I'm saying, like, that doesn't answer my question, though. Because bigger industry, nigga, there's movies that cost $3. There's movie theaters that you can pay $3, $5, $1 and go sit down, nigga, and watch a movie.
Video game industry
Every video console costs a few $100s.
Over the entertainment world.
Okay, that's not my question. That's
That
not
is your question. You're
No,
asking
it's
me,
not.
is there more people who watch movies or play video games? If video games are taking over entertainment, that is telling
Why?
you there's
No, that's
more
not.
gamers.
No, let me break it down to you, since you ain't figuring this shit out. The reason why that's asinine is because the reason why they're taking over is because niggas don't gotta buy fucking DVD players no more, dog. Niggas don't gotta buy fucking VHS players no more. They can just watch this shit on. You can't make a video game console and sell it to a kid if they can't go on the internet, nigga, and watch a movie on the shit no more. It ain't like when we was coming up with the Nintendos and all that shit that's just for the games. That's what I'm telling you. The reason why they're killing shit in the entertainment space, and I just know this shit from following stocks, is because they're merging into movies and films. And you can't say I'm lying.
You asked me a question.
And you didn't
My
answer it,
answer
fam.
to your question, I feel there's more gamers than there's moviegoers. There's your fucking answer, bro. Like, that's
Okay.
what I've been trying to I'm telling you by
What's
doing
changed?
research. There is
You didn't-
more. Period, dog.
So you pulled up some articles.
It's easier. Because right now, it's easier to fucking play games than to go see a movie. Up until HBO
Wait,
Max.
stop.
Up
Here you go
until
again.
HBO
No,
Max
no,
finally
no.
just bought the rights.
So you
to
telling
have
me you
all
never
new
could go watch a
movies?
fucking DVD on your DVD player? Stop, dog.
I don't watch movies on my PlayStation.
No one said
My
shit about
PlayStation's
going
a
to a
game
movie.
system. Niggas
No
don't
one's-
watch
no
it.
one-
Niggas ain't. I'm not.
But that's
watching
you.
this shit.
That's you. But there's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that buy. I know motherfuckers that have.
I know a lot of, and most
and
people I know don't
that
watch
didn't even play
shit
games
their
on them. They just
fucking-
watch
don't use
movies.
it for that.
So listen, dog. All I said, that's why I said, nigga, is getting out of hand with the question, nigga.
It's-
I asked.
there's more.
Is there more
There you
people
go. I answered
that
it.
watch
Now
movies?
skip on. I've
not
answered it.
HBO Max.
I've answered
not
it.
go to the
There's
movie
more
theater.
people who play games. Skip
think-
on.
all right,
Thank
nigga.
you. I'm done with that
You
dumbass
wrong.
subject, dog.
wrong.
No, I'm not,
You
nigga.
can call-
I can have
you
my
can call-
opinion. I'm not wrong for my fucking
Okay.
opinion.
I
You know
think
what you're
you're
telling me
wrong.
I'm fucking wrong about
I
my
think your
fucking.
opinion is
Okay,
wrong,
well, I
nigga.
think your opinion is dumb as shit too, my nigga.
Okay.
There we go.
So, nigga,
here
that's
we
all
go.
I'm saying.
On
is
to the next.
Just because we disagree and I bring up some shit, nigga, and you can't factually
On to
get
the
me
next,
to sway
bro.
your shit.
And you can't
don't mean
factually
my
do
shit
it
dumb,
either.
nigga.
And you can't
Ain't
factually
nothing
do it
dumb
either.
about me
and
or
you
my
can't
nigga, the shit that I'm bringing
factually
up.
do it either.
I'll show you how to use the internet, nigga, to bring up facts.
You
nigga.
ain't gonna, and you can't factually show me there's more moviegoers than there is fucking video game players.
I never said anything about moviegoers. That's my point. You don't listen.
There's not.
I said, do you think there's more people that watch fucking movies
No.
than play video
No,
games?
it's either
Okay, so
equal
stop
or
bringing up
there's-
HBO Max. Stop bringing up
Then
going
bring
to the
up
theater.
the next fucking subject. I don't want to talk about this dumb shit no
Nigga,
more.
You bring up the next
God
subject,
damn,
nigga.
I
I'm
don't have
about to
another
prove my
fucking
motherfucker.
subject.
All
I
right,
don't give
then.
a fuck about what you're about to pull up because you're not gonna pull up any fucking factual evidence.
I'm about to right now, nigga. That's what Google
There
is
ain't
for.
more fucking movie watchers than there are game players, bruh. There ain't. Niggas can get games on their phone now, nigga. Niggas are playing way more
They can get
games.
movies on their phone too.
And they're playing way more games on phones than they're doing
You
movies,
are.
bruh.
Not everybody.
More the consumer, nigga. Nigga, mobile games are one of the biggest industries in gaming right now, nigga.
In gaming.
In anything, it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation, just like
That
the
don't mean
movie
shit, dog.
company
So
is.
is porn. There's a lot of people that don't watch porn.
Motherfucking Candy Crush has made more money than most movies coming out these days, nigga.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I never said what grosses more. I said, do you think more humans watch movies, nigga, than play video games? You say yes, and nigga, like it's simple. But then when you start arguing, nigga, you bring up some shit left field. That's why we still on this.
More
nigga.
humans play
this
video games.
This shit is all recorded for the world to see.
More
nigga.
humans play video games, nigga. Because video games are almost in everything that you get your hands on.
So is movies. Just saying.
Like I said, more people are playing video games, dog. It's way more accessible than fucking movies.
I disagree. Nigga, there's damn near nothing you can play a video game on that you can't watch a movie on now. So why would you say that?
Yeah, but I get free games on my phone. Movies I more than likely have to pay for on my phone. Not everybody has a fucking Android where you get free fucking crack shit. Video game market decides fucking movie based shit more than movies do, dog.
That doesn't even make sense, in my opinion.
Why do you think Blu-ray won over HD DVD?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because motherfucking PlayStation implemented it into PlayStation. When a
Wait, say that again. I was reading something. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
PlayStation implemented into a PlayStation. HD DVD was something you had to buy extra. Nigga, video games dictate movie shit these days, nigga.
Okay, so listen to me.
Formats of movies. Who's gonna be the biggest whatever?
Listen to what I'm saying. What you're saying, like, is counterproductive to this argument, dog. Because every time you show me something and you're saying something as if it's exclusive to playing video games, nigga, you can watch a movie on it.
But what I'm saying is,
you're making my point.
Video games are
you can say they're taking over, but they're moving into the movie space because they realize, hey, everybody doesn't play fucking video games, but we can reach out to them still. That's all I'm saying.
Where is this? Is this study you're gonna find
nigga,
all of a
5
sudden?
seconds ago you didn't give a fuck about it and it was stupid.
No, because you're over here trying to find it. I'm trying to get the show done.
We can wrap the show.
I'm trying to get the show
nigga,
done.
We can wrap the show. I just gave you all the time. I had all these topics, nigga. We're done.
But you have all the. You trying to get this information? Because now I want them to know this information. Come on, so get this platform. So get this shit,
and we can always bring this shit back. But nigga, you don't tell me that the shit's stupid, nigga, and I don't give a fuck about shit because you ain't gonna find it.
Because I already know I'm right. I already know I'm right, dog.
You don't know you're right. You don't know you're right. Because if you're right, every motherfucker in the world plays video games. And that's not true, right?
There's more people playing video games than motherfuckers really watching movies like that.
I think that's crazy to say that. Nigga, I just think that's crazy to say that. Are you
talking about watching TV or watching movies, just specifically movies?
Watching a movie. Whether it's, watching TV, watching a movie.
Okay, now, if we're talking about watching something on here, that's way different.
Stop, bro. Because if you listen to me from the beginning of this fucking debate, that's what I've been saying, nigga.
Nah, nigga, I'm talking about movies specifically,
dog,
nigga.
Even if you cut it to movies, I'm not talking about going to the movies. I'm not saying paying the movie fee and going to sit down. I'm talking about, nigga, you ain't never watched Boys in the Hood on fucking TV. You never watched Men in Black on TV.
People are playing more video games at home than watching movies.
I disagree. I just know too many people that don't play video games. But I don't know nobody that don't got a way to watch a fucking movie in their house. Even if they don't have a DVD player, they gonna watch a movie on TV in their house, bro. Okay. Even without cable and without internet, you can watch TV.
We're talking specifically.
But nigga, that's no. This is what I said from the jump. Before you got in your feelings, that's why I was telling you, like, nigga, you're arguing something different. I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you saying. I told you from the jump specifically over and over. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about HBO Max. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about the movie theater. I'm just saying, I made a simple statement. I was like, bro, do you think more people play video games than actually watch movies? I just think that's asinine for anybody to confidently be like, yeah, nigga. When you're sitting next to a nigga that ain't touched a fucking video game controller in damn near 20 fucking years. And I'm not some extinct person. I know a hella because I don't play video games. I know a lot of niggas that don't play video games, fam.
Doug, you're almost extinct.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not, bro.
In this day and age,
no, I'm not. In what demographic, bro? Nigga? Let's keep it to our age group. I'm not talking about the kids, nigga. I'm talking about, nigga, we're grown-ups, nigga. I'm talking about in our age group. Nigga, no, I'm not. Now, if you want to fast forward back, nigga, a couple years, that's different.
You're one of the only people I know that doesn't play video games.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. At our age, you one of the only people I know that nigga remotely plays video games as much, but you're a gamer.
Then you don't fuck with
that's different.
Jones and Cash and them at all then, right? Because I play games with them damn near daily, nigga.
Dog, you know the last time I physically seen fucking Jones? And everybody you just named?
Cash,
nigga, you talk. I haven't seen these niggas in damn near 15 fucking years.
Niggas we grow up, we all play video games.
Dog,
nigga.
who you saying we grow up? I didn't grow up with y'all.
You didn't grow up with us.
How the fuck you gonna tell me I grew up with y'all? Nigga, when? What school we go together, nigga? Where would you live around each other? Nigga, I was a grown man before I came around any one of you niggas. What are you talking about?
So you can't grow with a nigga because you a grown man? I didn't grow with you or grow with you because you a grown man?
No, nigga, we were grown.
I grow with you every day. We
dog,
kick it together, nigga.
Here you go, moving the goalposts again. When you say typically in America, when you say, oh, we grew up together, you're talking adolescence, nigga, into adulthood. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, nigga, we didn't know each other as young adults and now niggas got gray in their hair and we fucked with each other 10 strong. That's not what I'm talking about. And, nigga, that still would be different from me, Jones, and all the, nigga, you glumping us all in together. You can't do that.
You're all my niggas.
Okay, but I get that. But
Jones
all your niggas didn't grow up together.
Jones might be my best nigga out of all y'all.
I understand that.
Nigga.
But, nigga, okay, count on how many times, nigga, as close as we are, as close as you are to Jones, and I fucks with Jones. Nigga, how many times have me, you, and Jones been together? Think about that. That's what I mean by that. It's just that, nigga, that was a small city. So, nigga, it's easy to correlate everybody and put nigga. But think about it. I was out of high school years before y'all. Like, me and you we got our own bond. We brothers on some whole other shit. Over time, especially. Me and Jones got a dope-ass relationship. But, nigga, like, we never went to school together. Like, we was already kind of just our own people when we started fucking with each other, even as youngsters, kind of. We was all grown. Like, I think Jones and them might have been a little, like, I might have, like, been around them when they were, before they were grown.
I fuck with, that I really fuck with,
right,
play video games.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're the one nigga that I can, that anybody, not that I would say, that anybody that knows me be like, oh yeah, that's Keen's man right there, that plays video games. That's a fact.
Y'all niggas
nigga, I'm talking about life. Nigga, but that's the thing though. A lot of people feel the same. Fam, you're never gonna tell me, nigga, that smoking a blunt and playing a video game is more fulfilling than what I do, in my opinion, which is I'll smoke a blunt, nigga, and start reading a book or some shit like that. But I love it.
I mean, you're talking to a nigga who's done hella shit, and I enjoy playing video games. I feel like everybody should
stop being defensive though, because I'm not attacking. And this is the thing. When I had this conversation, I feel like niggas feel like you're attacking them. Like I'm not your bitch. I'm not one of your female. I'm not nobody's female that be like, oh, why you playing the game?
I just don't feel like,
nigga, there's a million reasons
like
why I understand
they don't play video games.
But that sounds crazy to me.
Video games is,
fam, it's not just video games, nigga. I'm the worst person to be cellies with in the jail. I'm the worst person, nigga, to go on a road trip with. I don't play no. There's not a game on my fucking phone that's ever been touched into me, nigga. I used to buy video game consoles because, nigga, you was just supposed to because I grew up buying them, and then just my friends either played them or, nigga, I would always find some neighborhood kid, nigga, that didn't have one and give it to him.
You are a fucking Grinch.
I'm not a Grinch, nigga. I personally think video games are kind of corny. All of them, nigga. So, nigga, that don't make me a Grinch. It makes you a Grinch, nigga. That nigga, you would call me a Grinch because I don't want to play your fucking stupid game with you, nigga.
Prejudice and a motherfucker. You ain't.
Now I'm prejudiced, nigga.
You ain't never
Fuck
found a game you.
No,
nigga,
it's the concept of it, nigga. I don't want to sit there and do any imaginary thing like that, nigga. I don't want to play dominoes with you, niggas. I don't want to play Tunk. I don't want to play casino. I don't want to play spades. Nigga, I know how to play all those things. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to play it. I remember I was like 13 years old one day, and I realized. Let me finish. I was 13 years old, fam, and I realized, nigga, at camp, nigga, everybody, we kicking it. I realized, like, I don't like doing this shit. And I'm only doing this shit because these niggas want to. And that's not me.
So you didn't use your imagination as a kid. You didn't play.
You sound fucking crazy, nigga. I can show you all kind of paintings, drawings, nigga. I've always been a creative.
No. I'm not talking
That's all
about
imagination.
being creative. I'm talking about like playing and doing imaginative shit.
Physically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you felt like it was quiet. You never role played as a friend. That's corny.
Yeah, physically. Like, I've acted like ninjas with my friend, and physically, nigga, we played Ninja Turtles, and physically, we played Cops and Robbers, and physically, we played Red Light, Green Light, and Tag and shit. That's why, nigga, listen to me. You talking about my generation now. That's why it's a whole bunch of niggas like me that don't really play video games. Because niggas grew up doing physical shit. Climbing trees, nigga. Riding bikes, nigga. Doing a whole bunch of shit that now, today, would be considered corny. But, nigga, I'm not sitting in a house full of niggas.
I grew up and did all that shit, too, right?
I'm never sitting in the house, and I'm not shitting on it. I
know how to ride a bike and all that, ride and swim and jump off cliffs and all that shit,
and I'm not shitting on it.
I've been playing video games my whole life.
And I'm not shitting on it. What I'm saying is, nigga, I'm not a nigga that take. Why are you so fucking offended that I don't like playing video games? You and every other nigga be like, damn, son, why you like, oh, nigga, it's because you didn't do this. Oh, maybe you should do this.
I just feel like you don't.
Nigga,
I just feel
fuck
like,
how you feel, nigga. I'm telling you, I don't play video games, and this shit is a horrible time to me. A horrible time to me. How am I a Grinch because of that? I ain't even bringing shit. It ain't like you playing a game right now, and I pulled up on you like, man, fuck that game, nigga. I don't like that game. It ain't like I'm saying that niggas that play games are losers. It's not like I'm saying that niggas that play games aren't smart. Nigga, I'm telling you, I don't like playing fucking video games. How the fuck is that a problem with anybody else? Nigga, the average nigga don't like sitting down reading, nigga. They don't. And niggas can get offended all they want to, nigga. But most of my friends will tell you, nigga, that when it's a lot of niggas around the house and shit chilling, my bad, they'll be like, oh, that nigga Akeem over there doing that Akeem shit again, nigga. Smoking over there, nigga. Reading a book of some sort. I like doing that shit.
I read any book that's going to catch my attention. Ain't no book that's caught my attention in a while.
I'm not speaking about you.
Like, I can't.
We're talking about me, obviously.
Force myself to read.
And that's just what it is. Like,
I don't like.
But Dre, who does though?
Would you read? Do you read fictional books?
I've read a couple that I liked, but I'll be honest. I was like stuck in a situation where I had to read. It wasn't nothing else to read. I was on a 30 fucking hour trip.
I can't. I don't.
It was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just read this.
That's the thing. The reason I don't read is I don't read any fictional books, and I can't 100% even believe any autobiography written about any of our people. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's being rewritten. I don't know what's being.
There's other things to read about, nigga. Like, and you do read.
I keep.
Everybody reads to an extent, like, nigga.
But
you
I
read.
don't go out of my way to read.
Well, no, listen to me. What we talking about is like pastimes. So that's why. Let me say that. Let me set that now, because, fam, I go through this every time I have this conversation or debate. It turns into like a nigga good at me like I'm being like pompous or something, or like arrogant. And I'm not saying you are. I just want, because nigga, we got nigga. I don't want nobody to think that. This ain't about, oh, I read.
No, do you know what?
Let me finish this real quick though. This ain't about like, oh, I read more than you. No, nigga. When a nigga come home late at night and you did a little studio session, or you recorded something, nigga, or shot a video or something, and you know you just got that edge where you really up, you can't go to sleep, but you're trying to wind down. I've seen you, nigga. You'll just get on the sticks, nigga, just to like try to kill some time or whatever. So now you on the sticks. You know that like calming, relaxing feeling you get that can let you go to sleep? That won't happen for me. What happens for me is like, nigga, my thing like that, if I'm just talking about pastimes, like not fucking with a female, not watching TV or something. Everybody does that. I'm talking about if we gonna do the thing. With me, I'll grab a book. It don't even gotta be a book that I'm really reading, nigga, or 100% interested in. Nigga, I'll just grab a book and start reading that shit, and it'll calm me down a little bit. And then next thing you know, I'll put that shit down, nigga, and put the weed out and go to sleep. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this, and it's so 100. I think what it is, I find it, for lack of a better word, I find you weird that you don't like video games.
No, fam, obviously.
Hold on,
I'm not even offended.
Let me say this.
Obviously, you do.
I don't find you weird that you don't like video games to play them all the time. I find it weird that you won't even like jump on the sticks real quick and hoop with a nigga one time. Though. Because even my brother, who he's not a gamer. He owns no gaming consoles. His shit is flight simulator. Like, he'll do some simulator shit because he likes flying. Right. But the nigga, if he catches me playing Madden, they gonna give me the stick, nigga. We gonna jump on some Madden real quick. You gonna play with me? So I find it weird
Nah, bro.
It's just weird to me that like you don't
You know
fuck
why?
with it at all. Like even
You
to
know why?
just be
If
like,
I
let me
did, okay,
jump on
I'm
and do it.
I'm dialecting this situation.
Right.
I would be being fake. Unless you're sad, unless I'm trying to pull something out, some joy out of you, unless you just going through some shit, fam.
Like he won't do it all the time.
Listen to me.
But the nigga will pull up every once in a while, catch me on the sticks, be like, all
Okay.
right, we're gonna jump in this.
Okay,
real quick.
but this is what the thing though.
That's what
There's
I
certain
find weird.
nigga. There's certain things that you're never gonna do. Like, do you eat chitlins?
Not by choice.
So you don't
I
you never
have.
fuck. Okay, but you probably never fuck with them again.
No. If I
This
could-
is gonna now.
if
This
I
is gonna
had
sound
the choice.
now. This is gonna sound fucked up and weird. And I'm not trying to put this on. Shout out to all my gamers, bro. Sitting down and playing a video game, just one nigga, like just one game, real quick, one quarter, one half. To me, is a nigga that comes in your house and he don't eat chitlins. He ain't from that cold. He ain't never even fucking seen it before. And you be like, bro, you got to eat a little bowl of this. Also, everyone here is gonna feel disrespected. I'm just being funny. That's extreme, but it's really that simple to me. But the funny thing is, fam, this was crazy about the shit.
Dog,
The shit is so
don't
like
partake at all.
it's so opposite. But the thing is, nigga, I'll be 38 next month. Nigga, I've played video games.
But no.
I've partake. Hold on. Not to mention the nigga was a college athlete. You don't think our whole basketball team plays video game? Like, nigga, I was always that nigga. Niggas is playing video games all in the locker room and shit. Nigga having fun to them, having fun, and they would all be like, "Akeem, bro, come on, like, nigga, what you gonna do?" Like, and I would be chilling, like reading the Slam magazine or something like.
And that
nigga.
shit would be weird to me.
Hey, bro.
Like,
Different
nigga, you
strokes
don't
for different
fucking
folks.
indulge at all, nigga. Like, you be weird. You be like the
First
you be
off,
like
nigga,
the
it's 15 niggas.
I would look
it's
at
15
you
niggas
funny.
trying to get on the sticks. What is one nigga not getting on the sticks a problem?
Because you niggas gonna you be the outsider to me. I'd be like, this
Not at
nigga
all.
weird, blood. Like, I don't,
Not at all,
nigga.
nigga.
Don't play the game
Hey,
at all.
when you
nigga.
niggas is done playing
weird,
that game,
blood.
nigga, I'm gonna show you where these bitches is at that I met, nigga, and
I
this
still
tree.
got bitches, even though I play video
So
games.
what? I'm not saying you didn't.
I'm just saying, like, you're counter action.
No, I'm just telling you facts.
The shit. I get
No,
it,
I'm telling you facts.
But your counter offers to shit would to me would be mute. I'd be like, nigga, I got bitches.
They're
too.
not
Like,
counter
nigga,
offers.
I play ball.
They're not counter offers. That's the thing. Akeem
I
don't.
play ball
No,
just
stop.
like you do.
Akeem don't give a fuck about what y'all doing. Akeem don't want to play video games, and he's not playing video games. And it's mental torture for me. I've tried it, nigga, just to be like, man, all right, fuck it, I'm playing. Nigga, I've been locked up just to take my time off of it, like everybody else. I done sat down at the table, like, man, deal me in. And nigga didn't have to almost fight a nigga because halfway through that game, like, bro, hey, man, this shit a dub, nigga. I'm not playing this shit no more. I'm done. Oh, nigga, what? Nigga, I'm not playing no more. Fuck you, nigga. What, nigga? I'm not playing no more, fam.
Did you not play board games as a kid either?
Nigga, probably past like 8, 9.
You are no fun.
Nope.
Okay.
Hated them.
You are a Grinch, nigga, because you're no fun.
Nigga, my house stayed full. Nigga, everybody wanted to be at Akeem's house. So
No, I get it, but
definitely
when
had
it comes
fun,
to
nigga.
like games and shit, you're no fun. A nigga could never like
bro, I was getting into shit. I
have
didn't really-
fun with you on no game. Like niggas like playing dominoes is fun, nigga. Like you don't get entertainment out of playing dominoes with your niggas.
but when
you
you
supposed to
say that-
sit there and talk shit the whole time. It's
Says
supposed to
who?
be. It's supposed to be.
Says
just,
who? Our uncles? Because that's what
just
they
how
used to
I
do.
play it,
Nah,
nigga.
But let's talk about it. These is cultural things that have been kind of forced on a generation to where, like, nigga, it don't even make sense that a nigga in 2021 want to sit down and play dominoes, nigga. Like, it don't even fit. Because niggas is getting mad at me for not wanting to play video games, but they want to sit there and play dominoes and write the score out, nigga. Well, who up? Like, nigga.
It's because niggas
it's
like, you know what it
tradition.
is? You know what it
It's
is?
tradition.
Niggas like you don't have ADHD like niggas like me.
That's not true.
My shit, dog,
True.
you don't have it. If you have it, you don't have it to my severity.
Well, maybe I didn't feed into it, nigga. Maybe nigga, like, restraining from that, like those certain things.
I can't.
Nigga, maybe that helped.
I can't.
I don't know, nigga. Shit.
Like, nigga, I couldn't. Here's
Neither
the
one
thing.
of us is millionaires or doctors, nigga. You know what I mean? We ain't.
Here's okay. Well, here's the difference in both of. Here's where I'll say the difference. I can clearly cut
Bro,
the
you got a
difference
rap?
right now. Yeah, I think there's one in that back with Pat.
All right, go ahead. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I got you.
In school,
Right?
were you able to sit in your desk and focus all day?
Hell no.
Well, yes, you can, because you already tell me. You know why I know you can? You can sit and read books. You can choose to sit and read a book.
Nigga, I see you sit here in hours, nigga.
That's the only thing. That and music are the only things that can make me do that.
I was just about to say, so what, nigga? That means, nigga, a book that I'm interested in, me writing something, I can do that. But, nigga, outside of that, nigga, look, listen to me. No. To answer your motherfucking question, nigga.
ADHD is worse than you.
No. Like, nigga, I was not sitting in any of these European-ass high school courses, nigga, or college courses, sitting there, nigga, able to function. Nigga, I was doodling shit. I was drawing shit. Nigga, I was coming up with concepts, nigga, like all type of shit. Everything,
kicked out of class.
Everything but that. Now, what I was able to do is not be a disruption.
Yeah, see,
like, I could do that.
Do you see why I do shit? I have to do
nigga,
these things.
you know, sometimes, nigga, I was YOLO, nigga. I'm out here fucking with my friends. I don't care if I'm a disruption.
I have
but
to
for
do
the
these
most
things.
part, nigga, yeah, I could just sit there, nigga, and ignore a fucking teacher and disagree with her in my head. Like, yo, this shit whack. And that be that.
I couldn't. I had to be rambunctious and say shit.
But, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with ADHD, nigga.
You focus.
Niggas be blaming shit on shit all the time.
You focus easier than I do.
All right, nigga, if you say so. Says the nigga that makes beats and shit like that for a living, nigga. And
those are the few
says
things
the nigga
that
that
help.
takes videos and nigga then sits there and be like, oh, wait, this beat is off. Oh, wait.
Those are the few things I can do. Like
that light has a glare on it.
Do you know
Fuck out of
I
here,
can't
nigga.
Gamble?
I don't gamble either,
I get too
nigga.
antsy.
I don't
Like,
gamble either.
I can't just sit there and keep waiting for you to deal me cards.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
nigga,
none of that shit.
I'm that nigga standing the whole time, irritating you, nigga, because I'm standing at my chair, nigga, checking my phone and shit. Like, nigga, yeah, y'all can sit here. I can't sit in places like that, nigga. I can with video games. I can with doing music videos. I can with fucking.
So that's the thing, dog. Look, it's the same thing for me.
I can't read a book.
But that means you can is focus. Because if I give you the right book, nigga, oh boy.
I'll be walking while I read it.
So what?
That's the same thing. I'm not.
Dog, you know the homies laughed at me? We get to the club once, nigga. And I had just started reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, nigga. I was 23 years old. I'll never forget. I took off my pea coat, nigga, and that motherfucker fell out. And them niggas was like, bro, you brought this shit to the club, nigga? Was going in. Because, nigga, I had never created downtime for myself to sit. Now that I'm a little older, because I know that one of the things I did do, just like you do here, nigga, like, you create a space, nigga, to create your ambiance for work. Like, nigga, now I make sure I always have a study desk in my room to where I can sit down, nigga, and really have a clean space to just put a book out if I wanted to read it. You'd be surprised where this shit take you. Hey, you know what? And shout out to my third grade teacher, Miss Sewell. She really was big on Reading Rainbow, nigga. And we watched Reading Rainbow in her class all the time. And she would let all the other classes come in. And it was this bad little joint named Shaniqua that used to come in from the other side, get to sit with your boy.
It's always a bitch named Saniqua.
It is, nigga. Hey, who knew? And, nigga, the bitch came through, niggas. Oh, excuse me, the young lady. We were kids, nigga, you know, and I liked Shaniqua. So I knew she was going to come in on that right side, and I sat on this end. So basically, nigga, it was a date, nigga. We got to go to a date, nigga, twice a week, nigga, and watch Reading Rainbow. Nigga, the lights dim, nigga. I'm just chopping up with Shaniqua. And, nigga, that nigga was fly. So I was like, fuck it.
Anyway.
I never lost hope in my Reading Rainbow, nigga, man. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start reading. I'm going to read some shit.
Anyway,
for my guy.
On that note, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Just saying, man.
I'm tired. It's through. We down there 3.5 hours in this
a book.
Arguing about stupid shit.
Reading Rainbow. Nigga, y'all go watch Reading Rainbow with your kids,
Just
man.
take a look.
Right?
It's
you know
in
about
a
it, nigga.
book.
Hey, we need to redo that shit. We should definitely, nigga, do a spoof of that shit, nigga, some kind of way.
Reading Rainbow with Lamont was hard, though. The start, niggas in Star Trek. Niggas forever didn't know.
I know. That was him, right? I know. Like, oh, shit, that is something from Reading Rainbow. That nigga read hella good.
All right, that's another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show in the books.
It's your boy, Akeem.
It's your boy, Doc On.
It's your boy, Akeem Sincere, man.
And like always,
peace and love and Afro Grease.
And fuck how you feel.
New Always Talking Shit Show.
Deuces.